Here. Bro, we are live. What are you doing? This man trying to get me copyrighted.
Oh, oops. Oops. Yeah, you're right. Good point. Copyright. Oops. Sorry. I pulled a Sir Wilkins and I just couldn't help myself. You know.
That was Sir Wilkins?
Huh?
You said that was Sir Wilkins.
No. I pulled a Sir Wilkins and what he be doing sometime on Drop It Till when he just be randomly playing stuff and then it's like, hey, bro, we're going to get a copyright. And he just be like, oh, dang. You know. He just be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all good, though. It's all good.
I respect it. What's up with you, brother?
Whew. Quite a bit, my ninja. Oh, my goodness.
I tell you, you kind of stressed. You sound a little stressed. You all right?
Yeah, it's been a week. Already.
Oh, I already know.
Through it.
I say I'm still in the hotel, so
yeah, man. Yeah.
But luckily, this will be the last week that if I do go out of town, that I'll be using this mic. So
all good.
I'll be traveling with my shirt because I got a book bag coming.
Oh, okay.
That'll be able to carry everything. But
heck yeah.
But other than the week that you had, we'll talk after the show. But how's life treating you so far?
Life is lifing, but I'm still smiling in the process. You know what I mean? It's feeling good. It's like prices going up, life going up.
Boy, who you telling, man? I just had to spend. I had to spend almost $200 on packages traveling too, and I'm like, God damn it,
bro! I'm telling you, like,
they trying to make me broke. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make it get a lot worse before it gets any better from the looks of things. And it's like, oh gosh, and you know us, we ain't the most politicking type of people in the world, but you can tell, obviously.
I'm about to politic. Fuck that.
Man,
I'm tired of this.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? What's up? We got people's already in the building. What a la Sam and sis.
That la in the chat. Oh, hey, what up, fam? What up,
Kid
fam?
Gravity, what's happening? B1 Night Rider. You feel me?
You know. We chopping it up a little bit before we go live. You know how we do before we go live. This episode shouldn't be no 3 hours because we ain't really got that much to talk about. We got stuff to talk about, but not like a plethora of things to talk about. So.
Yeah. You know, it's been one of them kind of interesting. Yeah, we thought it would be more to talk about. That's for sure.
Well, put it this way: a lot more that we care about. But let me reiterate.
Facts.
So a lot of this shit that people talking about, I really don't care for. Not even a little bit.
Nah, I feel you, homie. Shoot, they talking more about Kendrick and Drake right about now at this point. God dang it. Oh boy, Kendrick he been out here. Kendrick about out here literally killing it all day today, boy. He blowing up the internet right now.
Let's talk about that right quick. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
it, man.
Let's talk about it.
Kendrick.
Tell me how you really feel, sir.
Brother. Drake called this man short. Kendrick said, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck your grandmama, fuck your auntie, your uncle, your culture, your race, everything about you. Just fuck you.
Man.
That man was hating. You know how we talk about Drew McIntyre being hater of the year, man. Kendrick said, I'm gonna hate on your entire existence. This man embraced the entire culture of Ricky from the Grassy that shot Drake and made him wheelchair Jimmy. He embraced his entire existence and said, fuck you.
Boy, I mean, he just straight up just let loose. Like, I was like, okay.
I watched it back in the middle of NXT when some of this stuff got boring. I said, let me listen to the U4, which is ironic because I've been peeping social media reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he basically had a Riley from Boondocks moment.
That's exactly the meme they posted on Complex literally toward the end after all these like video memes people were doing, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, he literally broke the internet, bro. This is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Out of nowhere, bro. And I kept telling Drake, I kept saying, sir,
come on, Aubrey.
You better stop poking the bear. You better stop.
Now I understand Cole why he said, yeah, I'm good on this. Because he knew. He like,
hey, listen, DJ, I'm about to text that man, be like, brother, we got to chop it up about this because, yeah.
When I bring it back on the show, we're going to do all three because it's usually just me and him. So we're going to be all three. It's going to be all three media boys on that one. We just going to have to talk about it.
I got to hear him let loose on this one, boy.
Y'all invite me on y'all show. Either way, we're going to figure it out. It's like I want to laugh. I got jokes.
I know they over there like, hey man, we want to hear something. They're like, don't worry, you gonna hear them. You gonna hear them.
You gonna hear it over on OTS Media. So we got you. Like if it ain't with Gresh Digital Media, it's gonna be OTS Media. Something with media. It's gonna be Black Media.
Man, tell them, dog.
But other than that, been traveling. I got one more city to go before I have spend the weekend in Florida. And then, yeah, I'm not going home.
I don't blame you, brother. We gotta figure out how we're gonna go live on Saturday because it just hit me that I gotta be in Macon on Saturday for a whole gig. And I'm like,
we can just save our thoughts on Backlash for next week. It push comes to shove.
Worst case, yeah. I mean, we really wanted to go live with y'all, man, but it just hit me because I thought about last time I went out there, and I'm like, bro, I did not come back till like darn near 9. No. Darn near 1 in the morning because it was like all that traffic going towards Macon and coming back, bro.
I know. I lived there. Remember?
Yeah, you did.
So I know for a fact,
bro. I'm like, oh man, I am not looking forward to that again. Oh my god, that is horrible.
But other than that, man, I guess we can kill the music and officially start the show. But yeah, we just had to give our brief reactions to that song because that was hilarious. Kendrick. Man.
Hit him with another one, Kendrick. Go ahead.
Go ahead for round two. Go ahead for round two. I want to see something. I truly want to see something. I really want to see something. So yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and kill this background hype up music. Go ahead and mute my phone because people don't text me. It's after 10 o'clock. Leave me alone.
Thank you, brother. I've been having my stuff on personal at 10 o'clock now since you said. Thank you.
Yes. Hey man, I got you.
Super helpful. From 10 p.m. to 11 a.m. That joint.
You got it longer than mine. I do 6 a.m. because I'm always up at 7. So I'll be like, okay, 6 a.m. That means once it goes off, then I'm done. But
I have to because you gotta make sure you got that piece. And I'm like, 11's just good enough.
It is because some people, they don't know when to shut the fuck up.
All good, brother. I know one thing though. It's hot.
Oh, it's hot, especially if you got necking problems.
Ooh. Good transition, my brother. Good transition.
Cue the intro, producer Gresh, which is me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH Unleashed.
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Mills, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 68 of the show that you guys love to catch up with. And joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, GRESH, And joining me as always is my main man, my right hand man, my partner in crime, one half of the Freopedia Tag Team Champions of the world, representing the Freopedia Boys. For those of you who don't know, that is a collective started by yours truly, as well as Mr. Highlight. And speaking of highlights, here it is, Miss himself, the voice of the Unleashed Anthem, Mr. Highlight. Real, what's good with your partner?
Oh yeah, man. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Highlight Real. We here, baby. We missed y'all, man. It's another week.
Yeah, you was late last week.
Yeah, dog. Hey, listen, man.
Happy birthday, Lulu.
parties. Yeah, Lulu. Hey, only for you would I have been that late. Cause good lord, that was a commute. But we here. We on time, baby.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you know, the vibes are always immaculate when your boys hop on here every Tuesday, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are listening over on the audio side, make sure you scan that QR code and subscribe at GRESHUnleashed.com so you guys can catch up. Because we on the road to, what is it, 70 episodes now? Because it's 68. So, Jesus.
My brother.
We've been doing this. Wow.
Especially when you get to 100, then man, because you'll be there before you blink.
Oh yeah, when we get to 100, we're gonna have to do a in-person podcast live one of these days. Like if I gotta come to your house or you come to my house, I have a car now.
Hey, yeah, we're gonna make it work, baby. We're gonna roll.
Whoever has the fastest internet, we're gonna go.
I trust you on that one, brother. I don't know. Xfinity cool and all, but I don't know if they that fast now. I don't know.
Hey man, hopefully the internet over here this week is good, because I know last week was a little choppy, and and then yesterday's episode that dropped over on the main YouTube channel was a little choppy. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But I guess we got some. Let me look at my notes. See here. Oh yeah, we got some rundowns before we get down to the rundown of the show. So let's look at the chat right quick.
Let's do it.
Yo, MFB, shut up. Oh, hey, it's great. Probably somewhere in North Carolina. Probably. It was Lala said I do this. Oh, that was before we hit the show. But yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat. We got some.
What's up, peoples?
What's up, peoples? You know,
hey, invite your friends and family, man. Let's see some new folks pop up in this.
Yeah, thing, you know, man. Oh, we love it. We love the OGs who's up in here in the chat. Like after, if you come in the chat after like 4 episodes, you're an OG at this point, because you're consistently staying up in the middle of the week on a Tuesday. At 10 o'clock, most people are asleep at this time, but y'all are up here rocking with yours truly. Like I said before the top of the show, this won't be a long episode. It's gonna be just we're gonna get our thoughts out on everything that went down this week, and we're just gonna chop it up like we always do. And but before we do that, we have some. Oh, got the information. We got a new home for the GRESH Unleashed podcasts that are currently in the works, as well as already in the process of being released, including here we go again with Ruthless Lala. That dropped this past Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because like we said, a lot of people don't watch Monday Night Raw. So if you're not watching Monday Night Raw, make sure you check out here we go again. And the first episode dropped officially last night, featuring yours truly, the voice that does the most, Mr. Main Man Unleashed himself, Gresh. And this episode was fucked up. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Like that's just how I can describe it. This episode was fucked up. I was watching Naked and Afraid. I'm no longer letting any of my friends convince me to watch that type of shit. I was watching people walking around in the jungle naked, and I'm scarred for that. Like, I don't want to see cheeks, man.
I heard about
it's on Discovery.
Oh no. Is this like based off real people or something?
Yeah, real people are in the jungle, naked and afraid, because they have to survive in the jungle for 21 days. And yeah.
On some Adam and Eve type stuff, huh?
Adam and Eve. It was a man and a woman. And one of the dudes that was on this particular episode looked like Lance Storm. If you watch that episode back, if you watch the video format and you look at that man's face, he looks like Lance Storm in another timeline.
Ooh.
He looked like, you know how Lance Storm likes to say, I like to be serious for a minute. That man was like, I like to eat for a minute. It just was fucked up. But make sure you guys check that out. It's with Ruthless Lala. She's gonna try to have different guests on every every week on Mondays. This, in regards to her show, it will be live. It will be live. Like this particular episode was pre-taped because I had to go out of town, but
Mhm.
we're gonna set it up to be live on Twitter, Instagram, even YouTube. I believe not Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. But the reason why episode 1 wasn't up on YouTube because of copyright reasons.
Mhm.
They saw that footage and said, "Yeah, get this shit off of YouTube." So,
Ah,
but you can watch it over on Patreon. So if you scan this QR code where it says support us over on Patreon, it is completely free over on patreon.com/Gresh Digital. And make sure you guys cop that episode and just really check it out. Like it was pretty much a hybrid of a podcast slash reaction type gimmick. So if that's what you guys want to enjoy, that's what you guys want to see, hey yo, make sure you guys check out that QR code and scan it accordingly. And while you're there, won't you support the podcast itself? Like, hey, it's not we don't plug it because hey, the theme song says I make money on my own dime. So it's like we're not pressing for it, but at the same time, it'll be cool if you guys want to support that.
man.
Support so basically scan that QR code which will says follow Gresh, and you can get redirected to all the links and all that good stuff. I think I have to update it, but it'll be updated. If you scan that QR code, you should be good to go. Let's check my notes. Yeah, outside of that, make sure you guys check out the main YouTube channel. I'm still dropping my Rise episodes. I believe I just got episode 6. Shout out to my editor T Scorpion. They've been knocking it out every week, helping your boy out. So if you guys are enjoying that over on the main channel, youtube.com/@gresh, then make sure you guys show your support over there. Like share it, retweet, like whatever. Like it's just something fun. And and the memes, for those of you who like to meme me and clip me memeing and all this stuff, the memes are there. Like my reactions are genuine because I've been avoiding like spoilers of my Rise ever since the game dropped. So hey man. All right, let's
Come on now.
Just like I said, the way I scream, I had a blast. Getting on your nerves. Yes, you get on my nerves every single day, but I have love for you. I have love for everybody who rocks with yours truly, for true. I'm according to my notes, I guess it's time for us to talk about some football. Football back. Or you want to talk about the draft?
Why not? Why not? Why not throw a little? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Like I feel like when was the last time we did a football? It was Super Bowl. Yeah. So I guess we can
might as well. We won't be able to talk about it at least until like maybe Hall of Fame game or something around that time, because that's when you officially start football. So like,
the UFL started.
Yeah, I heard, man, because they joined that in the XFL, right?
The fun thing is they said they started the week of Mania. I'm like, what?
Did it?
The week before Mania or something. I'm like, nobody on my timeline has been talking about it.
Which is strange because, XFL was getting a lot of talk. And so I would think that the two, since they joined, would be getting all the talk right now. That's wild.
You'll never find.
Blom, 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 blom.
Never mind.
Oh man.
Well, I guess we can start let's just unitedly talk about football. So draft was quite a time. 3 days of the draft, including my team, the Miami Dolphins. They drafted a guy named the Chop. Based off, I'm like, bro, like pork chop. Yeah, he has a way to get the ball out of his hand where he just out of his opponent's hand just say he just chops. So he calls it the Chop. I'm like, bro, your nickname is the Chop. I accept the fact you a big motherfucker. Just get us a ring this year. That's all I'm gonna say. And then I kept watching it, and then somebody got a nickname Kool-Aid.
Okay,
I'm like, that's what we doing.
Kool-Aid.
All right. Spell it with a K. So it's the full. That's his nickname. Back to the Chop. They said they called him. They said he was a big motherfucker when he was a baby. You and I can relate because I was a big motherfucker when I was a baby too. So I respect it. You got any thoughts? We got 3 minutes left.
For sure, brother. So in the first pick, you know what I'm saying, first round, my Tennessee Titans, they decided to beef up, pun intended, that offensive line. So our first pick was an offensive lineman who's nicknamed the Trench King. Ladies and gentlemen, he goes by the name of J.C. Latham. Pretty swaggy brother from what I could tell. He seemed like a cool son of a gun. Met our future quarterback in Will Levis and was just, they dapped it up and he was just like, let's get it. So you know how these linemen do, man. They ready to protect their QB. So he a big sucker. Let's see if he can hold it up. You know what I'm saying? I heard a lot of good things about him, so we're gonna see what he do.
What Rick Ross say? Big black nigga.
I'm actually proud of the Titans this draft, man. A lot of fans have given it positive response with the new management and new personnel we have. They trust the process, and we got everything we needed. We only drafted like one wide receiver. Everything else was pretty much either a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman. So it looked like Super Bowl might be in the future within the next year or two. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Maybe this year if we peak, but we're going to see what happens.
Speaking of see what happens, we got a special guest in the chat. We got V in the chat.
Hey.
On Twitch. What up? Hang 'em high. Hang 'em high, as Lexus King, my arch enemy, says. And I don't have an arch enemy. I'm just trolling. But yo, what's up, V? We talking about a little football before we talk about the wrestles. So appreciate you for chopping it up with us. Yours truly. You know, what up. Continue to do your thing over on twitter.com, now known as X. We don't call it that. Never will, never ever will. But yo, it's all love over here with yours truly, as well as your boy Highlight Reel. So hey man, continue to make us laugh, continue to do your thing. And hey man.
Farty, I was just about to get on that, my guy. So Pete this. The Falcons been getting kind of laughed at, brother.
Motherfucker, they stupid.
I'm not gonna go there just yet, because here's the thing.
They picked somebody with an AC. They picked somebody who's injury prone. You sure?
Well, okay, now I heard that, but they also said he was the most accurate quarterback out of all the ones that got drafted. So here's the thing. You paid a guy in Kirk Cousins that's literally coming off a whole Achilles injury, and as you know with those injuries,
oh yeah, that's a wrap.
You ain't never really the same, and he already old in football years. So this dude, if not by this year, sometime next year, he gonna start and he might surprise some folks, and the Falcons might have a guy. I'm just saying, watch out. But I can understand why they laughing at it at the same time.
We are jokesters. That's why we are laughing at.
But see, look, they picked a running back last year, and everybody was trying to scratch their heads at that one. And Bijan has been a beast for them this year. So, listen, just saying, y'all.
I am a lifelong hater of the Falcons, so it does not matter what decisions they make. I will laugh at them regardless. If there's no more haters on in this world, I'm dead.
I feel you, brother. I'm right there with you. It's all good. Shout out to my boy Mike Jeezy. He's a longtime Falcons fan, so I know he feels the pain.
And shout out to Hang 'em High over on the Twitch. He's been gifting subs, yo. We haven't really been acknowledging subs over on Twitch, but if you are on Twitch, you can gift subs to us, and that'll go directly to the pod and all directly to everything that goes on. So we appreciate you, love bruh. You are the brother. You are the brother. You are the brother of the show and of yours truly. If anybody being fake to you, you send them my way, and I will literally just cuss them out. You know how I do. And if they live local, I'm gonna slap the fire out of them. That's all I'm gonna say. So, and we're gonna get you into the States. You say you never been to the States, so we definitely gonna get you in the States. He's in France. He's in Paris.
Oh, so tell me you gonna be at Backlash, my brother.
He's gonna be at Backlash. He said he's gonna be at Backlash and SmackDown.
Okay. Hey, if you can make a GRESH Unleashed, sign, and so we can shout you out, dog. You know what I'm saying? It'd be kind of cool to screenshot that one time.
Hey man, or just so it's like if you do, hey man, use my good side.
You feel me?
Hey. I'm trolling. But yo, now it's time for us to chop it up with the fam, where we talk about all news, rumors, anything that goes on. If the chat want to talk about something, you can basically tell us to talk about it, because we're human. We're going to forget stuff. I've been on the road. I've probably missed like a plethora of news and rumors But yo, we're gonna talk about it, and I guess we can start off with Tony Khan. Tony Khan. He was attacked by the Elite. Did you see that?
I did see that, brother, and must admit, was kind of shocked, but not shocked, because it was more like you. I saw your tweet that day when you were like, "Oh, Tony Khan's ending the show." Yeah, he taking a bump.
And the funny thing is, I fell asleep before that happened, so I saw that on tape delay. Because that's the thing about me, I be falling asleep at the most random times. So I fell asleep when it happened live, but then I woke up. I said, "Oh,
bruh, I'm still tripping off that whack thing called a punch and a cell. I don't know what that was from either one of them, and I just said."
It wasn't even Jack's fault, bro. It was not Jack's fault. Tony is an awkward individual. He just don't know how to like. It's like it's the delay in the cell for me. He hit him and he waited like all 5 seconds. He's like, "Oh shit!" Oh.
And then that TK driver. Oh my god, that was so awkward. It was like, oh my gosh.
And he was up. He was in the 69 position. Pause for about 20 seconds before Matt or who got up to the top, Nick, before Nick got up top and hit him with it. It's not the Meltzer driver anymore. What is it? The Tony
TK driver,
the TK driver now.
Yeah, they called it the TK driver, but yeah, it's funny how that was a Meltzer first. But it's just like, really, guys. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But it did what it did. I just said Attitude Era 2.0 for AEW coming. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it ready.
We just talked about Tony Khan and or we just talked about the NFL draft. That man pulled up in a neck brace,
bruh. With it's me, Mario, my father. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, bruh. Oh my goodness, look at the. I can't get that out of my head since I saw this man dad, bro. I literally just, it's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario.
I was like, yo, he
did come out there on Dynamite like, bro, I thought this shit was fake.
I said there, bro. I said, hey man, bro, you should have been in doggone Super Mario Brothers, my ninja. You should have been in the live interpretation of one of that.
Nah, shout out to Doc from BR. From Bleacher Report, that man said he looked like Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace.
Man, look like Mr. Wilson, bro. Oh my god,
Mr. Wilson.
Oh man, oh my god, bro, that is crazy. You hear me? Like I was like, what the freak am I seeing right now?
Tristan said, I ain't seen nothing crumble like TK did since 2001. The way this man looked, he didn't tell him, Rich. He did not tell they did not tell this man. They said because the way he was looking, he's like, bro, what's happening?
And then like I was listening to some people talking, it was like this man over here, like, holy crap, bro, we got a draft tomorrow. Like not even concerned about the son. Like, bro, who's gonna do my analytics? Like, bro, we need you. Get your butt up. We gotta get ready for this draft tomorrow.
I read somewhere that they said he was literally selling it even after the show went off the air. So he was in the business. He's like, I'm gonna really sell it.
always a fan.
But man, that neck brace was chef's kiss. Like,
yeah,
I was balling that Saturday. What was it? Was it Saturday or Friday? Was it Thursday? Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay, because it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right?
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, he more than likely knowing him, it means he just wore it all 3 days. Then, if that's the case,
but apparently they said in storyline on Collision that he'll be remote. So you think they're gonna do a GM gimmick, or you think they're gonna just have him be remote and have the EVPs try to take over? Because I feel like that should be the case.
You could do that angle. I mean, at some point, if they want, they could always have it where he, I've heard a lot of people critique AEW for like, hey, you should get like some GMs and some like authority figures. Well, maybe that starts with this version of the Bucks, them being the overpowering, abuse their power type authority figures. And then eventually when that era comes to an end, Tony Khan can introduce some type of counter GM or something. Someone who
he's basically contradicting everything he said when AEW started.
Yeah,
because he said he was never be on TV.
Pretty much.
He's on TV, and now if he do introduce a GM, he's basically contradicting everything he said he would never do.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's the wrestling business. They change all the time.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? It's like,
Ken said, "Y'all not talking about the real stuff." Why TK dropped like he heard and he was coming?
man,
that man dropped, bro. He dropped like a sack of quarters, like a sack of potatoes, man. I was not expecting. I woke up like I genuinely laughed my ass off for at least 5 to 10 minutes because I was like, bro, this dude is so awkward, but you can't help but laugh about it.
You really can't, because it was just like, it just reminded me so much of He Who Shall Not Be Named when he first took
that means he's worse.
I know. That's why I was just like, he's worse than that. That's why I tweeted that night when I saw that. I was like, yep, you've officially passed vacant as the worst seller of all time. My friend.
I want somebody to hit him with the stunner to restore the feeling, to restore the mana. Restore the mana in AEW by hitting TK with the restore the mana. The mana is strong, just as sure as Gresh sees Tony Khan get hit with a stone cold or any type of stunner.
Come on,
who hits a stunner? Is it Orange Cassidy hits the Stun Dog Millionaire? Hit the Stun Dog Millionaire on TK. The mana will be restored in AEW the moment everybody just gang up and whoop Tony Khan's ass. That's all I am saying.
Oh my Lord!
But apparently, a lot of people wanted to whoop his ass for what he said on NFL Network. Did you see that?
Now that I didn't see. I didn't get to catch it.
I have a clip, so let's go with
roll
the clip.
Because of that devastating Meltzer driver, which has been rebranded.
Well, honestly, guys, they changed the name a couple months ago to the Tony Khan driver. Maybe I should have seen it coming in hindsight.
Wait, you knew they changed it a couple months ago?
I mean, the clues were there.
They called it the Tony Khan driver. You know, I have a complicated relationship with Matt and Nick and Jack. Jack had been out of AEW for a while. I'd sent him on an excursion to our partner in Japan where he did great things. I reinstated him Wednesday night on TBS by his own request. He repaid me by hitting me in the stomach with a microphone, and then
my
Matt
tummy
Nick
hurts.
pulled me up and gave me the Tony Khan driver, which is really a spike pile driver. It's one of the deadliest moves in pro wrestling. It's been banned in a lot of states.
Like AI.
It's illegal in the state of Tennessee. And for them to do that to me in front of millions of people around the world and a great audience live Wednesday night on TBS, it scared me. And it scared my family, and I just feel really lucky that I'm here at the NFL Draft with the Jaguars and able to still be working at the Jaguars and AEW right now.
Yeah, you could hear the folks who came to your assistance yelling, what the hell are you doing? This is a billionaire. You got to be careful.
That's exactly what I said with that footage.
Yeah. Well, does Shad tell you, like, you got to stay out of the ring? Like, is he concerned for your well-being here?
No, he was very angry at the people that assaulted me. My dad loves AEW, and he's a big fan of what we do. Wednesdays on TBS and Saturdays, just like tomorrow night here in Jacksonville on TNT every week. He watches every show, and he never expected something like that. It's never happened before. You know, AEW, we've been doing this for 5 years.
Hold on.
We are the most successful sports startup since the AFL. Pre-merger. There has not been a challenger brand that has gained as much market share as AEW in many, many, many years. We are like the Pepsi of pro wrestling, and we're up against a really evil juggernaut. WWE is our competitor. That's who we're facing. AEW, like the Pepsi of pro wrestling. WWE's like the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. And I'm really proud of what we do down here.
All right, Tony, we're gonna
hold on real quick. What's the prognosis? What are the doctors telling you?
Well, you know, to be honest, I think you're going to have to tune in to AEW to find out what they have to say. You find out on TNT and TBS what my prognosis is and what's going to happen.
Shut up. I'm going to let you get your thoughts first because I'm trying to regain my composure.
Harvey Weinstein, brother. Harvey Weinstein.
How did we get there?
Man, are you that salty, my guy? Sheesh Louise.
But
You know,
how did we get there? I'm not laughing at the fact that he compared them to Harvey Weinstein, because sexual assault is not a laughing matter. But I'm laughing at the fact that all he had to do was say, "We're the Pepsi, and WWE is the Coca-Cola."
Hell, you could have said Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Nobody drink that.
Exactly. Dr. Pepper.
He could have said 7-Up.
Oh, no, I drink Dr. Pepper.
He could have said 7-Up.
Yeah, now nobody drinks that. Definitely.
But it's like, how did we go from here to here?
I'm like, no, TK, you dirty dog, sir. I mean, it is, but we talking about somebody that hadn't even been in power in like how long right now?
Over a year now.
And hasn't been on. I mean,
Nah, they've been on a pretty much. I know, because let's be real. WWE is a defendant in that lawsuit that we haven't really talked about, because it's like that's not our place to talk about. Us personally, because it's like we're not lawyers, we're not none of that stuff. So it's like we read it, but we know what's going on. Trust me, we know. Like I be texting him, or DJ be texting me, or BK be texting me, be like, "Hey, did you hear this? Did you hear that?" And I be responding. I be like, "Yeah, I read it. That nigga nasty." That's all I can be like. That nigga nasty. So, but it's like, I don't. It's like, why use that comparison?
Especially when you have the.
Put it this way, he's not wrong about the comparison, but it's like, not right now, because it's like, you have the Pepsi. It's like, I think my whole issue is, because I ain't gonna lie, I legitimately bust out laughing at the audacity. I tweeted and I said, this is funny. But then when I actually process it, I deleted it, because I'm like, people gonna take it out of context, think I'm laughing at the joke. I'm not laughing at the joke. I'm laughing at the audacity.
Nice.
But it's like, what the hell? What was you about to say? Where the hell did that comparison come from?
I mean, I'm just saying, if we throwing shots, I mean, it's not exactly like y'all squeaky clean, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all some P Diddy's over there. If I'm just saying,
no Diddy,
honey, Yeah, we got Mr. Learning Tree over there.
There's some accusations.
Just saying, y'all still got him on TV. Like he ain't, out here rumored for some stuff. Just saying. Hey. The NDA, when it ends, shall showcase itself.
AEW is the Mr. Pibb loyal following.
Hey, that sounds about right. I can rock with that.
He's not wrong to say that, but that wasn't the time to say it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's like, it's like, I would love to have a woman on the show to get her opinion if this is still a topic. I mean, like a topic that's going to be discussed within the next few weeks, because it's AEW, it's going to be talked about for a very long time. Like, they are constantly under a microscope.
Yeah, no doubt.
So it's like, when I saw that, I was like, did you?
Yeah, man.
Did you really have to say that
on the NFL?
On the NFL Network, because that whole segment right there, that interview, you can tell it was literally heavily PR.
Oh yeah,
because the anchors was looking at the run sheet, try to sell it. I'm like, bro, you're reading a script right now. I know you don't believe what you're saying. I know.
Oh yeah, just like all the Michael Strahan and all them Fox people, Terry Bradshaw, screw him, and all them folks when WWE came to Fox. You know what I'm saying?
I think Kendrick. Nah, he more like Drake.
Nah, I'm gonna call him J. Cole, because
he's
he's gonna turn around and apologize later for statements like that. That's who he is. God dang it. Matter of fact, if you really want to go throw back, this nigga is Ja Rule. That man gonna try his best to just make petty stuff only to fall back.
Matter of fact, what y'all got to say about this? Ja, where you at? Where's Ja?
Yeah, where is he? My point exactly. Exactly. But yes, speaking of Ja, that's a perfect segue, my friend. This Who Killed WCW?
You saw that?
I saw it. Who Killed WCW? So we're single-handedly putting this on one individual now. Wasn't it more like a group of individuals?
It was multiple groups.
We've seen this story about 1,000 times.
Literally, we've seen WWE's version with Reliving the War.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the Dark Side of the Ring cover this topic a couple of times in various versions.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, they just did an episode for WCW Bash at the Beach 2000. You know, the one where Hogan put his foot on the and got sued WCW for defamation of character. Oh, Vince Russo, excuse me, for defamation of character.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing a 4-part about who killed WCW when we already know. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it too. It's just really, was it called for? Didn't really. How many more times must we literally hear about this? It's just like, all right, Ninja. God dang. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing else.
That's WCW is like an orgy gone wrong. Everybody involved is guilty. That nigga is guilty.
Everybody got a turn. All right, I see how it is. Oh my goodness, brother. Listen. Speaking of which, I've been catching up on a lot of the rivalries and biographies and all that. Can you explain to me exactly how and when and where was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T a rivalry? Because I'm like,
it was. Damn, didn't they only have one match though?
And it wasn't even technically they had 2 TV matches.
It was
right?
like a steel cage. I remember one steel cage.
Yeah, it was like they had a couple TV matches, and because I watched it, and the biggest peak of this was the grocery store fight, and I'm like, that is memorable and it's very talked about 20 years after the fact. But how does that make that a rivalry though? Because I'm like, that was a segment that went over.
They need the content.
Clearly. And I'm like, bro, you got so many other rivalries you can talk about, like Booker T and Christian, Booker T and shoot, who else did he have a good rivalry with back in the day? Like I'm trying to think, him and Christian had some good ones. I'm trying to think of who he like.
Who else? I know. Did you enjoy his rivalry with Rey Mysterio? Even though
maybe that's what I was going to Batista. Him and Batista?
Yeah,
because that real life fight they had and everything, that was a rivalry.
They said Booker will beat that beast up man's ass.
Hey, people better stop sleeping on my boy, man. Kofi said it best. He is highly underrated. Don't let it fool you. That's why Stevie Ray was so pissed off, man. That's why he didn't come to WWE. He kept saying it over and over. When they had this man running, and I didn't even think about it until I saw that rivalry when I was sitting there watching how Austin just kept chasing this man off. And I'm like, no wonder Stevie Ray was pissed. They really had my man acting like a whole coward. Low key.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you Booker T, bro. Like, and it's funny because Austin literally was talking about like when he would hit him, he was like, hey, Lashley's another good one, Tristan. You're right. Him and Lashley had a good rivalry too. It's like, but man, like, I don't know, man. It's just crazy thinking back at that rivalry, and like I was just sitting there like confused.
Have they done one on Booker T and The Rock, even though that was one-sided too?
Yeah, they touched. See, here's the funny thing about the Austin and Booker T rivalry that threw me off. It talked more about invasion than anything. It talked about how Booker T was doing his thing in WCW. It talked about how Austin and Booker T like met briefly when Austin was in WCW, when he was still trying to find his way, and then he got fired and then ended up getting to WWE and then becoming Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. They
talked about Booker T being in Harlem Heat, how he was shining as a tag team guy, but then eventually got on his own and started shining quickly, and then became like the guy in WCW. So then all of that goes from that to the end of WCW to then suddenly it's Booker T. Basically, when he did that table spot on Austin, right?
Oh, yeah.
When
he
injured him, but it was totally on, accident. And, how that was like a make or break moment. Austin, at first admits like, yeah, I was a little heated, but then I realized looking back at it, it wasn't his fault. He did everything right. I just landed wrong somehow, and boom, right?
And
so
it's a table spot. It's like it's not the ring, so you're gonna risk getting hurt more.
Oh yeah. And he's just, man, Austin always had the worst luck when it came to that stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
Good God. Like, just imagine how much longer that man's career could have been if he didn't keep having these freak accidents when it came to injuries, bro. That's crazy.
I feel like if he didn't get injured, the neck injury, he would have been wrestling probably way longer than he would have. So
no doubt. And that's why it's just, but it's like I don't know, man. I just found that weird because they lost me right when they started. That's what I was saying. Like Booker T and Steiner from WCW, like Booker T's has so many other rivalries they could have touched on. I'm like, the only thing, it just showed them as friends at the end, because it talked about how like when they joined on the same side when Austin was on the Alliance, and I'm like, again, this isn't a rivalry because they were literally on the same side up until the point of when it didn't make sense. I was like, that was a waste of content, bro. You could have.
That's really, you just keyword content. They just need the content. It's like they're just like, hey, we need the content. We need you to talk about your thought process with this, even though, and we need you to make up most of the shit because we don't know what else to talk about. So.
It's just so, I don't know why it's rivalries, bro. Like, think about
they
how many
feel the same way with the dark side of the ring too.
Yeah, now that. Yeah, because I've been catching up on some of them too, and
I feel like the only one that I like the most out of that one, because to finish up that topic with WWE, yeah, they just a content machine. So it's like,
because I don't know how you don't get like, where's the Bray Wyatt John Cena rivalry?
They didn't do one on that one.
They ain't done one on it yet. That's why I'm like, yo, give me Bray Wyatt and John Cena. You got tons of they did the Daniel Bryan and Miz one was good. I saw
Bray
that
Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. That was a
good one. They did freaking Roman and Brock, so why they can't do that one?
Or do Roman and Braun? That was one-sided, but it was hilarious in hindsight.
It actually was. You're right. That was. Yeah, Roman had quite a few.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I think they did John Cena and Edge. I think.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they did that one, but heck, even John Cena and Booker T, they even had some cool rivalries from the SmackDown days when they were feuding over the U.S. title, for crying out loud. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy how
it depends on how long their contract with them is. It's going to be, it'll determine if they're going to do it or not. And then they got the network too, so they'll easily just move it over to the network if they don't do A&E stuff. Yeah. It's more, I think it's more so an A&E thing. Because they have so many, it's like the network, they have so many documentaries over certain things to where it's like, why do we want to run it again? We can just show that again. So
it's just, after a while, it's only so many people's stories you can tell where before it's just like, because when I saw the biography thing and I saw they did like Paige and Charlotte, I'm like, okay. I mean, they're kind of still wrestling right now. I guess you could consider them legends right now, I guess. But,
it was a legends thing?
Yeah, the biographies, when they do the legends biographies, and it was like a season where I saw they did like Charlotte and Paige back to back, and I'm like, all right. I mean, y'all ran out of women? What about Jazz? What about Jacqueline? What about
Victoria,
Lita, Molly Holly, somebody? I was like, this is where we, for real? I'm like, all right, I guess, cool. So yeah, all due respect to those ladies because they do have phenomenal careers and all. It's just
they're still active.
Exactly.
So how would you call them a legend if they're still active?
That's wise words of people we don't know, brother. But I got
that's just that they just doing stuff just like WWE 2K with the whole showcase mode where they showing the shit that we can watch on the network.
Yeesh, yeah, you sure right about that one, brother, man.
But yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. I feel like the recent one that I peeped was the Sherry one.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. We can touch on that briefly too, man, because that was a pretty, you know, shout out to Sherry, man. I just kept saying to myself, what a
I feel like
beautiful.
I think she's lost in the sauce when it comes to I hate to say sauce, but they don't really talk about her passing as much because it was literally a week before Crispin.
Yeah.
Like 10 days before. It's like I think it was like 10 days before the 20. It's like the 15th in 2007, and then a couple of days later,
he passed. That's probably exactly what it is, man. And it's wild that it falls that closely like that. I didn't even realize that, but
I didn't either until I literally Googled. I was like, when did she die? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's wild. And I mean, I was sitting there, and it's crazy because the stories are kind of similar. I mean, hers obviously isn't that kind of tragic, but it's tragic.
She just couldn't get the monkey off her back. That's what we like to say here in the South. Like when you're addicted to drugs, you can't get the monkey off your back.
Can't get it off. Yeah, man. And that was crazy because I kept saying, man, she was a very beautiful lady, man. Like I keep remembering, like, yo, she was tough and beautiful, like the perfect balance, the perfect mix of, like, was not afraid to mix it up with anybody. And I'm like, man, and man, she still could have been here, bro. It's crazy, man, when you think about those legends, man. But yeah, dude. The only other thing I would mention is you heard the news about Mr. Reginald, aka the name.
Oh, Reggie.
Call him. Yes, because I ain't calling him name.
My nigga Scripps. Yeah,
Reggie. Your mama name's Reggie.
Scripps. He's set tripping up in here.
Man. Yeah. Apparently, contract is up as of the end of May, according to Black
1st?
Wrestling Alliance.
June 1st. He posted the video. I didn't see it until like in the middle of NXT. I was like, wait, what? And people was like, where have you been? I'm like, brother, I work.
Yeah.
I don't be online like that. I'm out here making money. So I don't see a lot of this stuff. But that's crazy. Like, I mean, it's a mixed bag with this one. And I'm more so like, I've seen him in ring.
Mm-hmm.
He can work.
Oh yeah.
But as far as like the pecking order with him, I feel like they weren't going to do too much with him because they went backwards.
Yeah.
He was with Carmella. Then he did the 24/7 stuff with Dana Brooke, now Ash by Elegance.
Mm-hmm.
And after not doing pretty much after that, after getting kayfabe divorced from her, he went down to NXT. They went behind a mask. He became Serpent Negro as Scripps. That was the thing. They put this brother in the mask. Say, yeah, we finna just have you flip around, just be a nigga in the mask.
A time I love to forget.
And then they basically put him with OTM, with who we didn't even see tonight on NXT either, which was interesting.
We saw a part of them.
Saw Miss Parker.
Yeah.
Miss Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can see him cook up in North Carolina, in the North Carolina area, DPW more specifically. Like if the boys over there are interested in bringing him in for a couple of shows, they see what he can cook. Like that's the thing about him. It's like if they need, I'm not finna sit here and just act like he'll move the world. But I feel like with the right promotion. And if because he said online, he's like, I'm not done. I'm gonna be on TV soon. I would not be surprised if we see him in the TNA, or even if they need a not a squash match, but they need somebody to put over their home in-house people. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him on the AEW Collision at some point.
I was definitely gonna say TNA. TNA seems like the perfect fit for him, honestly.
I see him cooking in the Indies for a bit.
Yeah, I think see, that's the beauty of TNA because they're the one promotion. AEW kind of does it because they do let their talents kind of do the indie stuff, but something about TNA is like they're known for how they can sign you, but it's not like a long-term sign. It's like a sign you where we have you
like a per set of TV tapings.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I could easily see him. The indie scene, they'll probably have him and Liar Leo. Probably
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if he if he goes into the Texas areas or the Philly, New York areas, and definitely the North Carolina areas for a bit. And he'll definitely do some things in Orlando, in Florida, because he lives in Florida. So that's what I'm saying. TNA would probably be his best bet.
He do some stuff out here in Atlanta too, because I
In
see
Atlanta
some.
too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would not be surprised. He's not.
Yeah.
The one thing about that's the thing. It's like one thing about Reggie, talent like Reggie, and who else got released? Trevor Lee, Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna cook.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not going. There's the one thing about them. They're not going to have to worry about not getting signed, because there's a lot of history, especially with Trevor Lee. So I would not be surprised to see him back in TNA at some point.
Yeah, that was his bread and butter before he came to WWE. I feel like that fits him better. AEW, you just get lost in the sauce, and it'd be like, for a starting point, that's just going to put you right back where you were in WWE. They're not going to use him. You could already tell they're not.
Oh, yeah.
TNA remembers the type of value he had, because I think at one point.
Well, hopefully, because Scott's not there no more.
Yeah, true, but it's thinning up a little bit on that world heavyweight title picture. And then, I mean, the X division, I'm pretty sure needs some challengers. Like, he can mix and mingle like I said, he can get to that title picture through that X division title with that option C. You know what I'm saying? And he easily cooking that. Same thing with Reggie, man. They can both cook in that X division if they want. Give it that old fashioned X division rivalry that we need, and then boom, option C, take me straight to Moose and or whoever is champion by that time they decide to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So yeah, they got a lot of releases that went on that didn't go on the radar, but it's like we just briefly didn't talk about. Like, honestly, it's like we're at that point now where it's like if you want it and you promote yourself because you're on the indies, you'll cook.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, and if people are as fans like they claim to be, hint, online, they'll follow them, and it's like if you go back to WWE or you go to AEW, hey. All power to you. Hopefully they give you something to cook with or wherever you land. So
I agree, man. Shout out to those talents. I said the same thing with like Isaiah Lee. I could see easily on the indies. DPW, GCW, somebody book it. Janai Kai, Isaiah Lee. Watch what happens.
Oh, most definitely. Like, and that's if Isaiah Lee wants to stay in the States. So
true.
We'll see what they want to do. Like, we're not finna sit here and fantasy book your careers. We're just saying, hey, if you want to cook, we'll try our best, because we're not going to promise and watch everything, because we can only do so much wrestling. We are two busy individuals. Thanks. But at the same time, like, if you guys decide to stay in the States, cook. I watch TNA when I can. I watch AEW. I watch MLW when I can. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of good wrestling content. I mean, promoters and promotions in the United States. But if you go to Japan, speaking of Japan are a bunch of idiots. New Japan. That was a good, bad segue, but hey,
figuratively speaking, of course, not literally.
They apparently lost a USB flash drive with 32,000 members of their fan club's personal information on it. So they're a bunch of idiots. I'm not being figuratively. I'm talking about literally. It is 2024. Why are you putting personal information on a flash drive? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, brother. I have no answers for that one. I mean, it's a cloud type generation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know you guys know about it. Y'all probably invented it, so I'm pretty sure. Hey, I don't know. I got nothing for you, dog. I can't. I'm just glad it ain't my information. Did not do that. Not me.
He like, not this nigga. Hell no.
Wouldn't be me though.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Oh man.
But bro, come on, man. It's 2024, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What are you doing?
You know, Somebody got caught slipping. Must have been maybe it was having a happy ending. Oops.
I'm sorry, y'all. This man has been around me for so long.
Yeah, it's
I'm-
rubbing off, dog. I don't know. It's
Oh man, I'm rubbing off on this man. That's my fault.
Oh man.
Well,
Forgive me, y'all.
whoever was giving him that happy ending didn't have necking problems.
Oh. You son of a gun. You did it. You did it. Yep. Perfect segue. Perfect segue.
Oh man, nice segue. I guess we could talk about son of a gun. Let's talk about WWE being sons of a guns with this WWE draft.
I'm gonna let you take the reins on this one first, my brother. Before
Was it a bust? You absolutely cotton picking goddamn right. It was a bust. It was boring.
It was
The shows itself, like the ring work,
Mhm.
perfectly fine. I had fun on SmackDown. I had fun on Raw.
Mhm.
But the draft itself,
Come on.
jack shit happened, bro. What was this draft? Like nobody went nowhere.
Nothing changed.
Like we had a few NXT call-ups. Like we'll talk about them, we'll digest that.
Mhm.
And then it's like some people moved to Raw, some people moved to SmackDown. Like whoever had long-standing feuds, like say Legado del Fantasma and LWO, separate shows. The Pride and the Final Testament, because they're now the Pride now, so it's not Bobby
Sudden.
and them. They're now the Pride. So the Pride and the Final Testament, separate shows. Damage Control and Bianca Belair are no longer beefing with each other because they're on separate shows. Well, until if they win the tag team titles on Saturday, then shit, we're still gonna get Bianca and Damage Control.
Yeah, that's inevitable, only because of those daggum tag team titles. It sucks because that rule.
I feel like they need to make that exclusive somewhere. Like at this point, just make it exclusive.
I almost want to say NXT, but see, they got the mid card women's title coming now, so it's like, and you can't. It's hard because then it makes it uneven with champions, right? So it's like, and you ain't gonna make two sets of them mofos. Don't do that. So it's like, please don't do that. You barely managing one, yet alone trying to make a whole another set. So yeah, man, I don't know, bro. They gotta figure that out quickly.
For those of you who don't know about the picks, I guess we can start for night one. SmackDown, like shout out and congratulations to Bianca Belair for being picked number one. I give them that props.
First black woman to ever be number one in a draft pick.
She's the third overall woman to ever be picked number one, and the first black woman to be picked number one. So this is the part where I just like, yeah, shit ain't about to change. So Bianca stays on SmackDown. Jey Uso stays on Raw. Carmelo Hayes is getting the call up officially to SmackDown after a few brief runs in NXT on Raw and SmackDown, or was it just SmackDown?
Just SmackDown, but I love the way they did his debut. I will say that.
Yeah, I give them credit with
that. That was perfectly dope, and that's how they need to take that note with any NXT talent going forward, that they debut in their own way. Because like when Trick comes up, you better find a unique way to do it the way you did Carmelo, right? Because they already heard the chants. You heard those chants. What up, Marks with the mics? I see you, G. You heard the whoop that Trick chants while Melo was up there, which means some of those NXT faithfuls that watch, they knew what to do. So they're gonna know what to do when Trick come up, because they're gonna know the chant whoop that Trick, and then the casuals are gonna be like, what's this chant? I like this chant, and they're gonna go with it, and then it gets louder and it gets louder and he gets hotter and hotter. So if they debut him properly when that time comes for him in the future, keep note of this, because this is how you debut talent. That, because remember, like you said, everybody don't watch NXT. So to those casuals that had no idea who Carmelo Hayes was, they know now.
You know how you can find out who's who? Make sure you check out what's happening next with Ciendo over on Those Wrestling Girl.
Come on, girl. Yes, sir.
She will keep you up to date with anybody who you need to know is going down in NXT. So, but I like this, and I even like the fact that they had him go up against the undisputed WWE champion too. So
yes.
that is a plus there. I know I saw a lot of people were upset that he lost to Cody, but I'm like, you thought Cody was going to lose?
It didn't. The thing about it was, he wasn't supposed to win. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was gonna be like maybe one of those like screwy finishes, not necessarily like AJ Styles being in the feud with Cody's first feud. I thought maybe he just kind of like, like a no contest or DQ or something. Yeah, but it made sense. It told the story it needed to tell. It's just showing that Melo will be there and is gonna have to climb his way up, but he's also showing you like, hey, don't think that I'm here just to sink. I'm finna swim. And this is proof that I'm about to swim because I'm hanging with your number one guy in this ring.
Fact.
And if I can hang with him, I can hang with any of you mofos. So that's why I said that's a perfect debut for a guy of his character. So you can't do that with everybody from NXT. Like when we get to some of those other call-ups, you're gonna have to debut them a little differently. But with a Carmelo and even Trick, because I'll put Trick up there in that same light, you gotta debut them just like that so people understand that these are like next up people, like main eventers.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that was pretty cool with Melo. So hey man, Melo for US champion. Let's start that.
Ooh, okay.
Let's Melo for US champion.
It's interesting you say that because I got another route they're going here. Unless you're talking about like way down the line, because
way down the line, SummerSlam don't matter. Survivor Series.
I'm getting a weird angle, and I'll talk about that when we get to Raw. But I got a weird feeling something.
But you're talking about Logan.
Yes, something.
The only downside about that is Logan's exclusive to SmackDown.
I know, but you know it's WWE. And
oh yeah,
you know how they do.
Don't give a fuck about that.
By that point,
they'll forget about the draft. But I give them 2 months before somebody pops up on the.
And look, it could be a trade. They're gonna try to play it off, and remember that's how he ended up in Raw to begin with, which was kind of funny that he stayed there because it was like, well, he got traded to that place to begin with, and now he's officially like there. So it's like, and yeah, continue, brother. I'm not going, continue.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Next up, we had Seth freaking Rollins get drafted to Raw. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're drafting injured people. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Round 2, we had Randy Orton stay on SmackDown. Braun Breaker is officially on Raw
after signing to SmackDown like not even a month ago.
Like Nick Aldis made a big deal about signing this man just to lose him.
That is freaking wild, bro. You talk about fight back. I don't know how you ain't fight back for that one. And a moment of silence really quickly for Mr. Cedric Alexander here, because sir,
bro,
I saw that, and the moment I saw he was the one, I was like, oh yeah, that's it for you, brother. It's a matter of time for you. Dare I say, if they doing you like that, it's a matter of time, brother. I don't wish it, but that says all I need to know right there. I'm like, God, dog.
And I'm like, I had this genuine reaction. I was like, bro, you mean like you had me watch this vignette that y'all had, which was good, by the way, and y'all haven't showed anything since. Like they did one vignette and then that was it.
That was it. Hadn't seen them since.
Oh, 2. Excuse me, 2. They spaced it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still like,
what are we doing? Yeah, like what are we doing here? So that's one little sample of my gripe when I saw that. But continue, brother. Continue.
Yeah. Nia Jax has officially been moved over to SmackDown with the Bloodline.
Oh, I didn't think of that. You're right.
I did that instantly. I was like, hold on now.
It didn't click with me at first, but now that you mentioned,
she acknowledged them. She acknowledged the tribal chief at the Hall of Fame.
This is perfect because Naomi can't do it, so that's perfect.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because I kept saying like she's a part of it, but she's too babyface. And now that Jimmy got turned on,
she can rep the OG bloodline.
Yeah. Ooh.
And have the new bloodline.
Hey, that's gonna be one heck of a lineup, boy. Fatu.
MFT. We got Solo Sikoa who need to get some wins. We got motherfucker Tama. We got Jacob Fatu and Nia Jax.
Ooh-wee.
Versus some people still.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Do we want to do a reunited Usos?
I really don't, bro. I really don't. Like, Jay is doing his thing, bro, and I need to see what Jimmy do when he get back, bro. Like, whatever this undisclosed injury is.
But then again, it's like, nigga, it's like a million of them motherfuckers. They can literally just throw one of them big Samoas. Like, Jacob's brother is a death match king.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm like. It's like
you got
we got Lance and
NOIE. Yep, he out there. Nah, yeah, it's a lot of them, bro.
It's a lot of them niggas.
So, not to mention Young Zilla, who we know ain't really necessarily ready just yet. He getting his reps in right now, but believe me, he could get that LeBron James treatment for all we know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised because the brother's been having a lot of hype and he's cool peoples. Shout out to you.
I'm about to say, what motherfucking Thomas brother up to?
Oh, yeah, I read up on something about him actually. So I was gonna bring him up. I'm glad you brought him up. It turns out he only has like a few months left, and by a few I mean like maybe a couple months left on that contract. So if they play this out, say by like SummerSlam, he could very well be.
Bro, we about to have a battle of the island. and then the inevitable whenever he comes back, Roman Reigns, whether he'll be a babyface or a heel.
He'll be a babyface. He gonna definitely be a babyface, bro. He'll still be him though, but it's gonna be more in a babyface reaction. So it won't be like that big dog stuff is dead. We know that.
I hope so. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of like Austin or Randy Orton. Like, you know how Randy Orton is, everybody knows the Randy that we love. But even when he's a babyface, or times when he was a babyface, he was still Randy. He just was a little watered down, but he was still Randy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that made him uncool. Like, he was still loved. I feel like it'll be that same way with Roman. Like, he's still gonna have his rough edge. He's still gonna talk his trash, all that, and he's just gonna get pops for it. Because let's face it, he was basically a babyface even as a heel.
This is also true.
So it's like coming back, he just gonna get the pops. They ain't gonna boo him.
They're not gonna boo him. So they're gonna acknowledge their tribal chief. Liv Morgan stays on Raw,
which again didn't surprise me, but at the same time was just like,
oh, okay. Rhea Ripley wasn't drafted though. So that's what I'm getting confused with are we drafting injured people or not? Because you drafted Seth freaking Rollins, who just had surgery, but you didn't draft Rhea. Like, you didn't even acknowledge her.
By the way, is easily a top 2 pick, 3, top 5.
Unless they're gonna make a big give her a free agent storyline to where she's gonna I'm going to sign to Raw so I can whoop Liv Morgan's ass.
But see, if that's the case, you made that case for a lot of people right now. You made that for Roman. You made that for
because he withdrew. They announced him for the draft, but they said, yeah, we're gonna pull him out.
Which that didn't surprise me. I was just sitting there like, well, of course, because he would have been number 1 if that was the case.
Oh yeah.
And the moment Bianca got announced as number 1, I was like, I love it. Love you, Bianca. Love that. But that told me right there, oh yeah, Roman is not in the draft.
Nope.
Not at all. Not even a little bit, brother.
Round 3, we had LA Knight staying on SmackDown, Ricochet staying on Raw, the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, motherfucker Tama, and Paul Heyman staying on SmackDown, Sheamus staying on Raw, AJ Styles drafted round 4 staying on SmackDown, Alpha Academy staying on Raw, Andrade moving to SmackDown, and then this one caught me off guard. Kiana James is officially on Raw. You got any thoughts on this one?
It caught me off guard, but in a good way, because I loved it. Because one, you and I both know how much we kept saying, Raw, fight back. You need women ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first step in the right direction. Now, it caught me off guard because I didn't think they were going to be ready to call her up, but it actually makes sense because she does seem like she's ready for that main roster angle. She's got the character, she's got the look, she's got a move set. Whether I've heard one or two people out there say they're not like particular fans of her in the ring, but trust you me, the girl can go. And I'm like, I love this move for her because I can easily see her with that boss-like role finding ways, because she's a businesswoman. So it's like finding ways to get right into that NXT title picture, right? Like paying somebody to scout the competition, paying somebody to then, set up a contract. And yes, she is. She is one fine sister. Shout out to the fact that she's also a sister. Still love that. But yeah, she's ready, man, and I'm excited for her, and I felt like that was a really perfect brand move for her. I say the same for when we get to the latter half of the draft with some of the women. I like Raw's moves from the positives of this draft. I like that Raw finally fought back.
And it took them long enough. Took you long enough, Baldy.
It really did. Now you lost your tag teams for whatever freaking reason, but you at least gained some women. That's another thing that's just like, wait a minute. That's why I'm like, these tag team titles might as well just be on SmackDown, because how did all the
shooters are on SmackDown?
Like what?
And they drafted Baron Corbin on a different brand. They could have easily revisited Wolf Dogs if they wanted to, but they got them on different shows. Baron Corbin's on SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I don't know how this is going to go this time around, because I know that a lot of when he was over, that usually worked because of the Wolf Dogs, but also Dijak on Raw. So it's funny that these veterans are like
coming back.
And I'm like, are they going to sink again, or are they actually going to be prominent this time around? I don't know.
But then again, it's NXT. Like, they come back and forth. So they're going to literally, like, we just saw Mia Yim pop up on NXT. So, and she got drafted to SmackDown with the OC.
Yeah, maybe this is the part where we get those. I hope so, because that was going to be part of my gripe. We saw like not one single trade of any sorts. And I'm like, if you want to make this feel like a real draft, trades, my ninja. Like, OG draft. This is the reason why the very first draft was always my favorite of all time. I wasn't even into sports as much back then as I am now. And that draft felt like a legit draft. They did trades. They actually separated tag teams and stables. You didn't know. Like, they made it
surprised you.
Yeah, like everybody. They made it known to you, and they kept telling you everybody's up for draft. This time, it's like, I like what you did with the champions. That's cool. Lock the champions on their respective brand. That was too awkward. We don't need to see that. Plus, we just got new titles. That was perfect. But then you kept people
everywhere.
And it's like, so what if they're in a prominent feud? You still could have split them. It's never stopped you before from having these two go at it. In the original draft, if people were in the middle of a heated feud, they still got drafted.
I'm about to say, remember Batista and Edge in 2008? They got drafted on separate shows, and they say, yeah, they're still going to fight at Night of Champions.
And they fought.
And if Batista wins, he'll take the world title to Raw. And if Edge wins, it stays on SmackDown. It's literally that simple.
Exactly. And I'm like, you could have easily, like, AJ don't need to be on SmackDown still, because once Cody beats him, then what?
He's just gonna be on SmackDown.
Exactly. So I'm like, and then I got gripe with SmackDown because I'm like, so who exactly is supposed to be challenging Cody? Because I don't see not one person that look eligible right now based off who you selected. I don't see not one person that look like they're gonna challenge Cody for this title.
Baron Corbin.
Yeah. I don't see one challenger for Cody Rhodes on this doggone brand, bro. Not one. What the freak, dog? You could have. I was like, yo, Big Bronson Reed, hello. He's right there. Grab him, bring him to SmackDown. Get him in that prominent role. I'm not saying he beat Cody, but at least he'd be a challenge for Cody. Good God, man. Who am I supposed to believe that's on that? You're not going to do it with LA Knight. He's a babyface, because if that was the case, you would have had him beat AJ Styles again. So, all right, where else are we going here? Logan Paul's the United States champion. He's not going against Cody for the title. Unless he just decides, oh, yeah, I want to do it just so I can have 2 titles. And even then, that's still stupid. So what are we doing here? See? Seth, easily. You could have drafted him over to SmackDown.
That brother ain't coming no time soon. He's injured.
True. Yeah, true that. But still, you see what I'm saying? Like, who are we supposed to believe?
Let me keep scrolling down this draft.
Let's do it.
We got Baron Corbin. Oh, so they did draft Cedric and Ashanti the Adonis as the tag team to SmackDown. So we'll see how that goes. Raw has Shayna Baszler. Raw has Zoe Stark. So they're staying. Raw then gains Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and then Raw keeps Ivar. Just Ivar. Round 1 on night 2 was Imperium. That means Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. No Giovanni Vinci is on Raw because they kicked him out of Imperium. Jade Cargill is the first woman to be drafted for night 2, round 1. She's staying on SmackDown. Damage Control, Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai goes to Raw. Kevin Owens stays on SmackDown. CM Punk stays on Raw. The Pride, Bobby Lashley, Street Profits, and B-Fab stays on SmackDown. Braun Strowman returned on Raw, and he's now a part of Raw. Tiffany Stratton stays on SmackDown. The LWO, Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Carlito, who turned on Dragon Lee, is on Raw. Legado del Fantasma is on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre stays on Raw. Shinsuke Nakamura is on SmackDown. You think they're gonna run back him and Cody again? Even though Cody beat him in a last minute standing match on Raw.
When I say I'm so over that, I do not want to see that feud again. Okay? I'm done. No. Absolutely freaking not. No. Not even a little bit. So it's man, dog.
The Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough stays on Raw. Naomi stays on SmackDown. And Ilya Dragunov is on Raw. The Czar.
You see?
Yeah. So let's talk about Ilya on Raw a little bit. King of the Ring.
Well, yeah.
You think they're going to do him and Gunther in the finals?
Oh, it's destiny, my friend. It's destiny. It's a matter of time.
The only way that will work is they would have to put them on 2 sides of the bracket because they were on the same show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully, for the matchups, they do Raw versus SmackDown for each match.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that working.
Because if they do Raw on one side, then it's not happening in the finals. It's happening in the semifinals.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Huh.
That's the only way I see that happen.
Yeah. 2. Yes. 2. Make sure if you have not already seen Gunther and Dragunov people.
Well, 3, actually.
Yes, because they did. That's right.
They wrestled in the UK and they wrestled at TakeOver 36.
You're right. This is 3. So yeah, this would be 3. Technically, part 1, if we want to just count main roster, because you know how they do with that sometimes. So we can say this is like 1 from the main roster, but overall, this would be number 3. So yeah, I like that. And I'm only saying that for like in case they ever decide to do a rivals on this in the future, separate it. But this is my gripe, because you see what I'm talking about? Raw fought back this time. Because
and
how
Smack,
is it?
they fought back and fucked SmackDown in every place possible that I will not say.
Yeah, because there's not a balance here when it comes to your main title picture. Because Priest has plenty of challengers on
Mhm.
his end.
Probably more than he can handle.
Yeah, boy, man, you not only got to deal with Gunther,
The only way I could see them making this make sense if they make the winner, if Gunther wins the King of the Ring, and they say you can choose whichever title you want to go after. They
well,
basically
they did say
turn
that.
it into a glorified Money in the Bank.
I'm gonna say it did say
And they
that.
can have him go after Cody.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did say that because they did say like he can call it. He did say something about calling the shot at any title he wants.
So hopefully they do that. They go that route. Whoever wins the King Ring gets a shot at like SummerSlam, and there's your SummerSlam match.
You know, it's funny you say that because it seems like that's basically in terms of Cody. That's the only way people are going to be able to face him right now is if they win this King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, or Money in the Bank. Because right now, as it stands for that, there's nobody.
I mean, they can easily do babyface versus babyface, but they would just have to make it make sense and entertaining.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
So they can. So he has a plethora of challengers, but they just have to either bite the bullet and turn them heel, or just have babyface versus babyface, LA Knight versus Cody, Kevin Owens versus Cody. Like on paper, if you look at the names, he has challengers. But if you're looking at like if you're trying to go based off of your heel babyface dynamic, he ain't got that many challenges outside of AJ and Shinsuke and Baron Corbin.
Well, we can't even count Baron Corbin because he's technically coming up as a babyface right now. Low key. That's what it's like. But yeah, man. Yeah, this is gonna be.
So after Dragunov, he had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven going to SmackDown. So we won't hear Samantha saying Chelsea Green again. So
what a vibe killer.
New Day staying on Raw. Pretty Deadly staying on SmackDown. Lyra Valkyria is officially on Raw. So like you said, Becky has a plethora of challengers now.
She does. She really does. And you can run it back with her and Lyra easily, you know, especially because now Lyra can. You got a lot of women who can make a case right now. Lyra, the only thing against her is just, I'm the rookie, but she can make the case like, hey, I beat you.
The rookie beat you.
Yeah, like I beat you for that title. Well, not that specific title, but I beat you for a title, right? So technically, I'm in line to challenge you for that title. So it's like she could easily call her shot if she wants to make an impact. So yeah, her, Kiana James, and then of course there was another addition, I believe.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell is on SmackDown. The Final Testament is on Raw. DIY is on SmackDown.
Of course, because you know.
Yeah, marriage and all that. Big Bronson Reed is on Raw. Blair Davenport is on SmackDown. So that's another call up from NXT.
I gotta agree with Marty on that one. Great call up, wrong show.
Oh yeah, she's not going to be able to cook too much on that. It's literally she literally got called up to the talk show because SmackDown is pretty much the talk show because they only have 2 hours and a lot of time for the 7. I think that's the reason why a lot of people were like they kind of wish the Bloodline moved to Raw because at least they have 3 hours.
Yeah, that would have made more sense, and then you could have had Jay just come to SmackDown if anything. You could have been lighting up Friday nights. And then it just would have made more sense.
Yeah. They didn't think that through. Let's see who else. And then the last draft that was announced on social media, Apollo Crews is still employed, but he's on SmackDown.
Oh no, we got one better. You think he's?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to him. Giovanni Vinci. He's officially on SmackDown, so he might be able to cook a little bit if they give him the gimmick that he had in NXT.
Yeah, he had a pretty good solo run in NXT. I can see that for sure.
We did not skip Damage Control, Ken. You just missed it. We basically breezed past him
for obvious reasons, but yes.
Yeah, we talked about him briefly. Tegan Knox is on SmackDown.
If you care.
Natalia is on Raw, even though she was just on NXT. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance is on Raw still.
Oh, I thought I heard them go to SmackDown. Oh,
No,
that's
they're
good.
still on Raw. Odyssey Jones. Now that's a nigga who I ain't even know was still employed. I
You
ain't
and me
seen.
both.
I didn't.
How, Sway?
It's
Like,
to the point where they spelled his name wrong on the graphics.
yeah, because
They said,
I'm really trying to understand this because I'm like, let me get this straight. So you let go Gender, Indashir, Xylee, Cameron Grimes, Trevor Lee, if you want to say it like that. But Odyssey Jones still there? And you ain't used him not one bit, not one time, nothing?
apparently they use him on live shows, is what I'm told, or dark matches.
I hope this is true about this, him being with the Pride thing, if that actually is a thing still.
But the Pride is on SmackDown.
And he's on Raw. Goddamn. I don't know, people. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
The funny thing is, he was drafted initially to Raw, so he's still on Raw technically.
And jobbing to Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman goes to
nobody. He has to get on the show to job.
Oh, and that's exactly why you'll see it. You know how that goes. Oh, look, it's Odyssey Jones. Oh, there goes Odyssey Jones.
Oh, there's big black nigga number one.
You've been Zion Quinned.
Speaking of, I think he got released too.
He did. That's why I say you've been Zion Quinned. And Braun beat him in like 12 seconds. And it was just like, yep, that's his career in a nutshell. Exactly, bro.
Dijak, we just talked about him. Dijak is officially back on Raw. So
another man that could be a potential challenger for Damian Priest. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Priest, you got a lot to worry about, brother. You should be sweating because you got way too much comp.
The Creed brothers and Ivy Now on Raw, and New Catch Republic on Raw. Yeah, and that is your official every selection on for the WWE Draft.
Womp, mother freaking womp.
So nothing really happened
at all. Like, dog, no trades.
Because I ain't gonna cap. They could have easily just turned all these NXT call-ups into like just what they did with Braun Breaker and just signed everybody. No, the entire WWE draft could have just been an email.
Mm-hmm. It could have been because let's not forget about this delayed NXT reaction that to me came off very pre-recorded when it came to Raw. Might have been live for SmackDown, but Raw pre-recorded as hell.
Oh yeah, because they wearing the same fits.
Same fits, delayed reaction. Like my sentiments exactly, bro. It was like they literally told y'all what to do. Like a lot of y'all knew y'all were getting called up. But then again, I don't know because some of those reactions seem very organic in terms of like you can tell people.
Like the only ones who knew they was getting called up was Dragunov and Mello. Because Lyra's reaction was kind of genuine too.
Yeah. Are you surprised they didn't call Roxanne Perez up?
Oh, she'll be up there eventually. They're gonna feed her to Julia.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean,
all I'm about to say, Rox, if Julia shows up in NXT with a freshly laid bob, just go ahead and give her the title.
Man, look, dog. Yeah, because that's a lot of. I'm just sitting here like, bro, y'all could have traded some NXT calls.
So somebody say the last thing with NXT, I mean not NXT, the draft. What do you think they could do different? Because I'm trying to put my finger on what they can do different, and it's like,
again, man. For one, make it interesting with some of these trades. Like, you got to make some of these people feel like a big deal. Like trade up, trade down, trade around, trade future picks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it if you're trying to make this thing as real as possible. Like, hey, we got some future picks because you're prospecting. Like when you think about the NFL draft, some of these franchises are drafting for the now, and some of them are drafting for the future. Meaning, like when they draft during the regular season, they're like, okay, we're hearing about this person being the hottest upcoming college student, prospected to be like number one.
That's another thing. Do you feel like WWE needs to like partner with some indie companies and actually draft some good prospects from indie companies?
Yeah. I mean, if you want it to really make it interesting, yeah, like if you, but only do it for ones that don't need NXT per se, right? Like if you're gonna do that route, you have to do it because you got the NIL developers in NXT, so they're cropping their own talents, like the Tiffany Strattons and of the world and stuff like that. But if I like that idea, it's just if you do that genuinely, it has to be people who are like the AJ Styles route, where they're so ready they can go straight to the main and shine. You get what I'm saying? So like, do some of that to spice it up. And again, make these trades. Like, make me truly believe that Adam Pearce and Raw really want this person, and they're willing to trade whoever to get that piece because they know that piece is gonna game change this show.
Like, if we want to be real, like, if you want to make Nick Aldis not look like an idiot when it comes to Braun Breaker, have him attempt to trade like 3 people.
Exactly.
Get him back.
Exactly. Like, bro, this is Braun Breaker. Even if that, it's like, yo, this is Braun Breaker. Like, you just signed him. You should have made a rule where like somebody that freshly signed cannot be drafted for like at least a few months. If y'all decide to do another draft like halfway through the year or something or whatever, like he can't be drafted for at least a year because he's, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta spice it up like that, dog.
Yeah, because the whole having people come out reading papers, and I'm like, it was cool to see Teddy Long and Michelle McCool and Tori Wilson and whoever else in the Dudleys, but it's like y'all do that every year. I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like it didn't mean much of anything. And my other gripe is the logo thing was cool, but you got NXT a part of this, and not one of these ninjas from NXT even didn't make a single pick. NXT didn't make a single pick. Why are they involved in this if nobody from NXT got any kind of draft picks whatsoever? I need answers to this. What's the point?
Is NXT the third brand or is it just high school?
Because the show feels very NCAA-ish right now.
That's probably what it is, honestly. I just need them to just solidify that. Like, this is your NCAA. This is your UFL. This is pretty much anything that is like, you're not the big league. You're not Raw. You're not SmackDown.
Yeah, bro, because they didn't get a single pick of anything.
It's like, then it probably won't matter because they're going to jump down anyway. Like, if they're not doing anything on the main, they're going to literally come down to NXT.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm just like, because as we saw, which was why when I saw Mia Yim tonight, I was ecstatic because she got a nice pop. But then I'm sitting there like, well, then doesn't that just defeat the purpose that they just
draft officially doesn't take shape until after Backlash. So Monday is officially where the rosters are locked.
And you see
I'm keep using air quotes.
And that is adding to the point of why you could have shook this up for real with some of these feuds. Because if it don't take place until after
you could have wrapped up some of these feuds literally at Backlash.
Wow, like, man, that's crazy. And then like I heard, I think it was on Busted Open or somewhere where somebody was like, with these NXT call-ups, do more like what I wanted to see. They were talking about do more post interviews like what they did with Kiana James, because if you notice, they didn't do that with any of the other talents.
They did it with Dragunov.
Now they did like digital exclusive interviews, like asking Trick Williams what he thought about Carmelo Hayes getting drafted, and I'm saying like, yo, I'm happy for him. Like, I like stuff like that. Cool. But show that, because not everybody goes on the YouTube to watch these digital exclusives.
I do not.
Show that. Like, show these people press interviews that either just got drafted or whatever. When you think about the NFL draft, as soon as somebody gets called, they're showing literal highlight packages of said player, and commentaries putting them over like, yo, man, best way to compare this person, he's compared to this, that. He's a big explosive player. He's big time catch receiver, just about what you need, da-da-da-da-da. Same case in the NBA. WWE could have easily did that. Like, if say you drafted Obafemi, Oh man, if you don't know about this guy, let me show you a video package on Obafemi right now. Show this man coming straight out the jump. Boom. I won this title on my first freaking moment and opportunity to get it. Boom. And this and that. And you can show how he's just dominating through the scene.
I mean, they did that with Keanu, but they didn't really do it consistently.
Exactly. And that's what I loved about it when I saw it with Keanu. That's why I loved it so much, because I'm like, this helps to the people. Because I was looking at comments online, and some people are like, who is this? And other people are like, you don't watch NXT? Or this is Kiana James. You about to know who she is, this and that. So it's like they did the right idea, but like you said, they just kind of dropped it. So maybe this was like a test draft or something. Hopefully they clean this up for next year. I don't know. But I know they're seeing this feedback, because everybody.
I'm not gonna get excited until I feel like genuine change, because the whole reading of the card go away.
Yeah.
Have the GMs convene from their boardrooms, for their war rooms, and be like, Raw selects this person and give a reason why, and then show their promo package, and then boom. Don't have the guests come out there, your JBLs, your Bubba Ray Dudley, who looks like Alex Jones for some reason, and then Devon Dudley come out there reading stuff, and I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man. And then you have my boy Booker just doing this random
thing with Drew.
Yeah, and giving his thoughts on like certain NXT. It's all over the place, man. Like, good attempt to try to do some things, but it's just, y'all got to stop being predictable with some of these.
Because everything was predictable.
Yeah, I need to, outside of like the NXT talents, outside of ones that we kind of figure like a Dragunov and
a Mello. That's it.
And a Mello, yeah. Outside of those, and Braun technically was already up, so we can't even count him as predictable.
He was already signed.
Yeah, that was just unpredictable in terms of head scratching. Like, what the freak, SmackDown? You just signed him, because he could have been a challenger for Cody. Dare I say?
Yeah, because he's technically he can technically go back to being a heel.
Yeah, he easily could have been a challenger, but now it's just kind of like, well, all right. You know, Sheamus could have been drafted to SmackDown. I wouldn't have minded seeing him and Cody go at it for the championship. What the freak are we doing, people? That's what I said. I'm like,
they're not thinking long term unless they finna throw Cody right back into the feud with the bloodline.
And you don't want to do that right now, because you need The Rock for that. Low key. Yeah, man. I know, brother. Yeah,
we're not gonna spend too much more time.
They tried. My only final thought is just like, they tried, but take the feedback, WWE, because I know y'all got people out here that be listening from Stamford, Connecticut. Take this feedback from us and every other creative content person out there giving their thoughts, and just improve on this thing next year and make it less predictable and truly shake it up, truly give it a real sports feel, and just make us be like, okay, now that is a draft and how you do it.
Yeah. And that is our thoughts on the WWE Draft. Speaking of the draft, let's talk about NXT Spring Break-In. Did you peep this show this week?
I did, man.
What was your overall thoughts before we basically talk about the highlights?
I felt like it was on a.
It started off hot and then it just
kind of because the underground thing.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I'm not a fan.
I wasn't feeling it.
I am not a fan of this underground thing, bro. It just doesn't do it.
It could have been me being out all day for a long day or whatever, but nah. Then again, the last one that I text you about it, the last one that I enjoyed was the visual of the Hurt Business.
And I do remember that. Like, I have forgot about it, but probably just because I've tuned out with these underground things for so long. But it's like, yeah, I do remember that moment, because they were like pissed off or something and just felt like beating up on people, because they're like, we're the Hurt Business, so we're finna beat you up.
We're finna get y'all some hurt.
That's what we do. And so that made sense. But yeah, I could just never get into this underground thing. It didn't do it for me with Dijak and Eddie Thorpe. It didn't do it for me with
that was decent, but it was like more so because I was high, so everything was funny to me that day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking my obvious attraction to Lord of Ice and all that out of this. So, it's just like, I'm taking that out of things, and I'm just looking at it from a match. Like you, brother, I turn it off. So it's just like, okay, if I take all that aside, it just and maybe it was Natty. I mean, all due respect to Natty, I get it, but he ain't exactly the most charismatic person.
Natalia to me, I was never a fan. Like,
Yeah,
never.
I like her style.
I've been watching her since 2008.
Yeah,
so I've been watching her entire main roster run, and I'm like,
you and me both,
she's
brother.
cool. Like, she has her moments. Like, I will always give her flowers for her match with Rhea Ripley recently.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was a fun match. It was brutal. I ain't talking about the squash match. I'm talking about the one that was on Raw. That was a fun match.
When I say I'm a fan of her style, I love that.
But as far as like the character, like investment wise, I can never reach that third gear, and I'm like,
yeah,
love you, Natty, but
yeah, I totally agree, brother. Like, it just screams trainer. When it comes to her, like, she's a
perfect fit for NXT. Like, keep her down there. Like, I'm not saying consistently. Like, you need her on Raw when they do those multi-women matches, because she's pretty much the ring general. Like, we will give her props. But as far as like just personal investment, there's more people I can put that energy and get behind. So
yeah. So but aside from that, I did enjoy the opening.
Oh yeah,
I love that
segment. James in the building.
Yeah, man, my boy coming out fresh is all get out, man. Like, he's the new people's champ, in my opinion. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? All due respect to you, Rock. This is literally our new people's champ right now. Dripped out in Versace, got the chest out like the Rock did in the prime years.
Versace.
You know what I'm saying? Can we talk about that hot, sexual tension exchange between him and his his boo.
They was together at Wale Mania.
We know y'all together. It was like, tell us y'all together without really telling us, because that's just what all that was. Like, I like, man, go and pair these two up and stop playing. Because I like, man, I love metaphor. I do.
So they're teasing basically something's in the envelope. And then the NXT crowd, like, I love these guys. They pop me. So they pulled out an envelope, and somebody in the crowd started to chant, "Tricks the Daddy" chant.
I like how he's just trying to play that off.
No, he couldn't play it off because he literally snapped his head like.
He's like, huh? Wait a minute now.
And the crowd is laughing at his reaction, because it's like that entire segment, you could tell that was out of character, because he was like, huh? What you say?
Whoa, brother, slow it down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's why I'm just like, yo, that was a fun opening, a nice balance of like romance, comedy, but at the same time keeping it a little serious, because it was like, oh, there's a envelope. Yeah, what we got going on here? So it looks like Metaphor is gonna reveal that. Oh, there go your girl Jakara Jackson, looking as good as
Jackson. Jackson with the action.
Can't wait till she gets some more shine too, man.
She kind of almost broke Twitter when she said my cat is purring right now.
Ooh.
And she was talking about her cat Romeo, and Ninjas Online was like, "Well, what do you mean by cat?"
Get your mind off together, fool.
That's exactly what she said. I was like, nigga, it's Twitter. You know their mind is in the stratosphere of gutter.
Oh my gosh, they can't help it.
I bust out laughing. And no, because I reacted, I was like, huh? Because the way she put the side eye emoji. So when you put the side eye emoji, it's like she kind of set herself up.
Yeah,
for that.
She did. Props to you, Queen, though. I see what you did there. You got a good laugh out of people. But yeah, I'm intrigued, brother. What do you think's in that envelope, for real?
Probably some. That's the thing. I don't know. I can't predict this. It's like, do you go the I got something over your head route? It's like, what do you have over their head? Like, do you think Melo left something for them to use against him?
That's possible.
But it's like, who would he feud with? Noam?
Yeah, that's not a good first feud, I don't think, for him. But it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, it would. Like, trust me, if they go NXT UK Noam and ring wise, it's gonna be a fun match.
True, very true.
And the interactions between with last, because remember the match that he did have with Noam a few weeks ago was actually pretty good.
It was. Okay. I see. You convinced me. I take that back. All right.
Yeah,
We'll
so
see.
that's what I'm saying. It could be something, just something. I'm not saying no one's gonna win the title, but it's like there's gonna be a first feud. And
I kind of hope they don't drag it though.
Nah, this got to be like a weekly special.
Yeah, because you know how they said like next week they'll reveal or whatever. Don't let this be a situation where it gets interrupted and then it just becomes a thing where it's like that's the trope. Like, metaphor kind of get that comedic feel to them sometimes. Mm-hmm. So let's I want to see more of the serious side of them where it's like, okay, this is like, hey, no, this is legit. Like,
true.
Yes,
true.
You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of comedy, what you think about this segment with Gigi Dolan and Ariana Grace?
Hey man, you know what? They actually got real good chemistry, bro. Like I didn't see it at first when people kept saying how much they love these two together, but no, they really do go well. Like even when Gigi just like did the belts and you felt it coming, like her reaction, Ariana's reaction, but then like she kind of smiled and laughed. Where I'm like, oh. So this is y'all thing. Y'all just this is what's gonna make y'all golden. Like she's going against everything you're trying to teach her, and that's just how y'all play off each other. Okay, cool. Right. And yeah, no, they're gonna be I can see them. Well, shoot. See, this is why we gotta figure out what we're doing with these tag titles. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep wanting to say, like, oh, I can see them as tags. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah, they did get rid of the NXT version, so
yeah, and then I'm like, damn. And once Bianca and Jade inevitably wins those titles,
oh yeah,
nobody's beating them. I'm sorry.
Nobody beating that. No.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know.
Speaking of what they're gonna do, what you think they're gonna do with this situation?
Bro, I'm so glad you brought that up because I was just about to
Overfemi and Trick Williams just staring each other down. I'm like, hold on now.
Part of me says champion versus champion. Winner take all, but I'm like, I don't know. It's a tease, that's for sure. Something tell me probably when Trick does drop that title, it'll probably be the Oba. So it's probably like a future tease, like a future forward of it'll get down that route when we cross it. That's my guess. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be against it because it's like, hey man, seeing that interaction is like, bro, it's an exciting time to be your brother.
Oh yeah,
man. What you think about this match with Overfemi and Ivar? It was a heavy hitting match.
Well, I'm not gonna say the trope.
That's why I just said heavy hitting. See, you brought it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
I know.
But you brought it up, so now I gotta say, big meaty men smacking me. You brought it up
only because the crowd couldn't help themselves, and I said, "All right, you jack offs." You know what I'm saying? But no, I thought it was cool. It was good to see. Sorry, y'all. Camera came out. Hold on.
Nah, you good. Keep talking.
All right, hold on.
No,
sorry, y'all.
You good.
We got a camera situation.
Yeah, you good.
But yeah, brother. While I'm changing my camera back, I really thought that was pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought it was a cool match between two big guys. Ivar again continues to just put on classics with big dudes. You notice he works really well with guys his size because he's a big guy that can move, and it's really cool to see. I know everybody like that trope, but it's cool when it's big guys who can actually like move. You know what I'm saying?
And keep it simple. Like they don't have to do anything over top. Like it's very rare that some big guys can go over the top and pop you, but just keep like y'all two big mofos and just beating the hell out of each other. That's literally it. Yeah, it was a fun match. You good? It was a fun match that I watched. I was like, bro, this is literally just hit like Ivar sending this man crashing through the barricade and all that good stuff. Like it was heavy hitting and it showed Oba pretty much kicking it and really just whooping ass left and right. But he obviously retained the NXT North American Championship, and now we get to talk about what happened after.
Come on,
our boy Wes Lee is back in the building. My man Wes Lee,
by far the best moment, and that cliff I told you about. This is right where it stopped, right here. Because after that, well, there was one more moment we'll get to, but this right here, bro, like the entrance, the way that man, like as soon as I looked up when that camera tried to pan, I'm like, he's literally right there, and like it was just, but he was so cool because like he just came cool. As soon as he got on top of that thing, that barricade, I was like, homeboy finna jump across that. He gonna jump, ain't he? Woo! I said,
Boom, he jumped, man. I'm like,
God.
yo, let's go. This man is no longer injured. 5 months. A lot of people thought he was gonna be out for a year.
Yeah, they were talking about Randy Orton and comparing it to that, but people forget, Wes Lee's a smaller guy than Randy Orton, so it may not.
And we don't know his what type of injury he had either.
True, that you're right about that. Also,
you won't know because Randy had a triple fusion back surgery.
Yeah, them fusions ain't no joke. So yeah, it's. I heard it was pretty equivalent, but not quite as bad. But I don't know. We gotta further.
We'll see how to do, but. The first test is about to be a David versus Goliath situation.
Oh my God, I cannot wait because I'm sitting there. I'm like, you know what? I don't know now. We may get Trick and Oba sooner than we think because Wes might come back and just mess around and slay the Giant and get that title back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know now. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it, bro.
But it wouldn't be NXT without him working his way to that title because got Josh Briggs, boring ass motherfucker.
Hey man,
and Ivar, he's like, I'm not done with him. So he's gonna have to go through these big men to get his shot. But whatever special, I feel like if it's not gonna be a weekly special, that could be your NXT, UFC, Apex, and NXT Battleground.
Yeah, that easily. Man, this makes me mad. It's not in Savannah now, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bro, I could have drove to Savannah, man.
Bro, 100. That would have been a real cool road trip. Like, hey, bro, let's go roll out to Savannah, catch some NXT, be in the vibes, and then just hit back to the crib like we did with Nashville that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be a whole vibe. Well, I guess we'll have to catch the next one in Savannah, I guess. If it's a pay-per-view. But
yeah, I ain't going no weekly shit.
Oh no, yeah. I'm like you. It gotta be a pay-per-view if they come back to Savannah. But yeah, man. I'm excited for Wes Lee. Welcome back, first and foremost, more than anything.
Yes.
And we're just glad to have you back on our screens. NXT needed you, they missed you, and it's good to see. And it's funny because if that had been a moment sooner, he easily could have been called up to the main roster if they wanted. You know
if he wasn't injured, I feel like if that injury didn't happen, he would have definitely been in that draft.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So more than likely, it's safe to say he's gonna cook within this year's time, and then by the time we come back around to this draft again, he's gonna be up there, baby. He gonna be up there. So yeah, man, excited for him. Excited for this potential David and Goliath feud, and hopefully it kind of humbles Oba a little bit.
Because he's the king of the mountain as far as the North Americans. Yeah. Speaking of the draft, someone is mad that they weren't drafted. That's the story they're going with. Fallon Henley turned on Thea Hale because she wasn't drafted. The story that they're trying to tell is like she's done being the hero for everybody. She's putting herself first.
Man, there's so many things I could say. Like, first off, I gotta turn it on for a brief second and just say, God dang, Fallon. Did I miss something?
Remember standing in the liver when they won? And she's like kind of standoffish.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's pretty much what they're leading to. Like, she's tired of, and then with the taking the Pele kick from Jasmine Nix. She pushed Thea out the way. So she's like, I'm tired of putting everybody first. I'm putting myself first. That
gave me she's inevitably coming for that NXT women's title at some point kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I really hope she gets it when she does get to that point. I like to see this side of her already. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like what we talk about Drew and some of the other heels. Like, she's not wrong. Historically speaking, I mean, it's
justified.
She's always been like trying to insert herself into someone else's problems, but looking out for herself. And it's like sometimes she'll win, sometimes she'll lose. And if she loses, it's because she was thinking about somebody else and getting distracted. But it's like Man, I could tell because, like I said, looking at her body, I'm like, did she morph or something within the last couple weeks? Because she looked slimmer.
Who you talking about? Fallon?
Fallon, yeah, she
He
looked
just
like.
changed the fit.
Did she? You think it was just fit? I
Mm.
don't know, man. Because she looked kind of.
No,
like,
she changed the fit. Like she never dressed like this.
Man,
And when I noticed, I was like, yeah, she about to turn. Like I picked up on it. I was like, because I kept. It's like when she walked up there, I was like, hold on, you kind of, you kind of, your mannerisms is kind of different. So
yeah, man. I was all right. So this gonna be a fun feud. I think. I like how Thea was selling it.
oh yeah, she had a whole panic attack,
crying and panic attack. Yeah, like that was a pretty cool thing. And then of course becoming that Spitfire again and just getting crazy, but also being
Scrappy.
Yeah, I'm like
Scrappy merged with Tasmanian Devil.
It was so hilarious, man. Only she can pull that off, and that's what makes her character so great in that version. But yeah, they're gonna have a fun feud. I think it's gonna be a real fun feud with the ladies, and like I said, I think this will catapult Fallon to the next level. Thea will get there eventually, but we know she's still so young, and she's getting really, really good and getting better and better each week. But I think this is more for Fallon because she's more the veteran of the two, and I think it's about her time to get her due diligence before her inevitable call up. You know what I'm saying?
So, hey, man, I'm intrigued either way. Next up, we had the OC defeat Tyson and the 2 bit black niggas.
Oh,
Tyson and I think it was a 3-minute match. They were making their debut. And they was wrestling.
Oh, those guys. Yeah. I call them the modern day Crime Time minus the stereotype.
Yeah, they just 2 bit black niggas in Timbs.
Yeah, okay.
I was impressed with their showing, but yeah, the OC beat them in like 3 minutes.
Oh, wait, they lost?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wait a minute now. You can't sit here and make a whole vignette debut and lose. Oh, man. 3 minutes?
Yeah.
3 minutes?
That was a questionable decision.
What is this? 3-minute warning? Umaga, you come back from the dead?
3 minutes and we're out of here. The clock is ticking and we're in the grid. 3 minutes and we're out. Oh, sorry.
They come back or something? Y'all back from the grave? Rest y'all souls. Did y'all come back and I ain't know? What, 3 minutes? Where Bischoff at, bro? God dang.
I'm back. And I'm better. Oh, sorry. I forgot where I was.
Wow.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice.
To the OC at that. That's disappointing.
They lost to the bald head niggas.
What's with these black tag teams losing? Come on now.
I don't know.
All right,
man. Ava came out to hype up the crowning of the NXT Women's North American Championship, where she said it will be crowned in a ladder match at NXT Battleground, just like they did with the men. Yes. So they're gonna have a 12 women concubine. I say combine.
Hey, sign me up for that one. Hold on.
Let's do a concubine. Yeah, 12 women concubine. Let's go with that.
Sign me up.
All right. Up.
Who's involved? Let's go.
That's what I get for being sleep deprived. Combine.
Clip that, boy. That's hilarious. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh, I'm joking.
Nah, clip it. I might clip it my damn self.
Oh man. Oh boy.
It's a 12-person combine. Basically, it's like basically a proving ground. You prove yourself. And we had pretty much a couple of people come out. We had Miss Parker, Jada Parker, Soul Ruka, Ariana Grace, me.
Say it again, me.
Yeah. So we had a bunch of, and I love Jada's little improvs there. Like when when came out, I think it was when Soul came out. And she was like, Soul was like, one thing you ain't got to worry about with you You got confidence. She said, yeah, damn right I do.
Yep. She's like,
Yeah.
tell it. Yep.
Tell it. And then she was like, you talking to me? Girl, you're not talking to me. You're not talking to me. And she looked at Abel, get your girl.
Yes.
Get your girl.
Why this woman is such a freaking star, bro.
She's like, get your girl.
No.
And then when Ariana Grace came out, she said, girl, who invited her?
Jada freaking Parker, bro. Listen.
Who invited her?
Y'all don't understand. This woman will be on the main roster in a matter of months. I guarantee it. Give it another year. Bro, that woman, I cannot wait for the Bianca.
She just gets it.
I can't wait for that Bianca feud in the future.
Y'all out here trying to get Bianca Belair to turn heel. Jada right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that. That's a perfect dynamic. Jade Cargill, all of it. Just Naomi, throw it. Man, listen.
Visually, let's keep hope alive, and let's hope that Jada continues to improve and where she can hold her own against some of the people at the top. But then again, it is wrestling. You can make anybody look good if you have the right dance partner.
Facts. Big facts.
That entire segment, of course, it ended with a brawl. So we're gonna get basically a combine. I wish it was a concubine, but a combine to.
Hey, I will say it was hilarious how I blinked. I saw 4 women in the ring, and then all of a sudden I see like a bunch of women in the ring.
It went. I blinked too. I looked down for a split second. I just see a whole bunch. I said Jakara Jackson somehow popped in the ring. I mean, I can spot her anywhere because her fineness is everywhere. But it's like I just looked up. And I'm like, whoa. Where did you come from? Kalani popped in there. I'm like, where did you come from?
Where did you come from, man? I want to love you. You know, like you just, bro, it's crazy. That's why I was just like, hey, wait a minute now.
And then after that, NXT just went downhill.
Yeah,
Ridge still there.
Charisma sucker. Great.
That happened. That's all I got. That's all I got by Ridge. Yeah. They're still doing this with the team Idris Enofe and Malik Blade and Uber Thea. What's her name? Bree Lindley?
Yeah, Wish Thea, I think they're calling her or something.
I don't know. What they're doing something with he has bad luck because he broke a mirror. I don't believe in luck, so I really don't care about that.
Me either. I mean, even why would you pull up with black cats anyway? Even if I was the superstitious type. What on earth made you think of all kind of cats you had to get black?
She like it black. Damn it.
Oh man, you said it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 clips. Get ready for a promo of a lifetime. Perfect. Perfect.
That was not my intention.
I get it, brother.
But I called it instantly. I was like, God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I try to be on my best behavior,
my
best ain't enough. I'm a menace to society. And then after that, we close with the NXT Underground match, and we already gave our thoughts on that. So that's what I'm saying. NXT week 2 was definitely better than week 1, in my opinion. Outside of Trick winning the NXT title and a couple other stuff that we talked about last week with Marty. Okay. But yeah, this week 2, I feel like was the stronger show for NXT Spring Break-In. We're back to our regular scheduled program next week. Wes Lee's first match is next week. He's going to face, I think, Josh or Ivar, one of the two. They announced it, but
yeah, it's Josh. I think it's Josh.
Yeah, unfortunately. Fuck you, Josh.
I'm not saying that one again. I learned it. All right.
That concludes our thoughts and opinions on this week's NXT. Before we get to Backlash and get up out of here, it's time to talk about All Elite Wrestling this week. It's an interesting card this week. We apparently will learn who Swerve Strickland will defend the title against at Double or Nothing. Who do you think they're gonna give to Mr. Pressure, Mr. Big Pressure?
For the what? What is this? His third defense, second defense?
Wait, is it a second? Because he had a match on Wednesday. No, he didn't have a match on Wednesday. Did he have a match? Yeah, he did. He had a championship eliminator against Kyle Fletcher, Aussie.
And then he defended it against Claudio,
which was a fun match, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So that was
definitely a fun match.
So this technically would be his second defense.
Yeah, if he doesn't defend it before then.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's a good opponent for him at Double or Nothing?
Do you think they're gonna? Do you think the EVP is gonna put Jack Perry in the position?
No, I don't see Jack Perry as one. At least not yet. But I'm thinking. See, this would have been perfect for somebody like Ricky Starks right about now.
Speaking of, where is Ricky Starks? Because I know is he injured?
I don't know. But
I know someone said he had a. I think someone said he got a. I read somewhere someone said he had a stinger in the last match he had. Yeah. So they basically put him on ice as a precaution.
I mean, unless he's like a surprise pull up, and then it's like he's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I know they got Big Bill doing the thing with Jericho.
Oh God, please don't remind me. Talk about a way to kill a career.
If I had to pick, damn, who would be good? If it's not Jack, I would not be surprised. This is just me being just throwing it out there. I would not be surprised if it's Jack Perry to build up with this whole attacking TK thing. I wouldn't be surprised. But if I had to put like an actual match, Hangman.
I kind of vote Switchblade.
I mean, he's still whatever they're doing with those trios titles.
True.
So I mean, they could try to do Switchblade again.
That's
what I'm saying. My vote. So I'm gonna get your vote, but my official vote is either Jack Perry or Hangman, or Joe come back for a rematch. One of those three.
I'm gonna go on a wild card here and maybe just say I got two wild cards that kind of come to mind.
Go for it.
They're very left field, but I'm gonna say Aleister Black or Miro.
Does Miro want to lose?
He ain't got no choice. I mean, he's like a good first.
Is he still employed? Is my question, because it's like this man is starting to the point where I just don't care.
I don't care. Good point there.
I do not care anymore. I don't know, but that's gonna be interesting to see on tomorrow. Adam Copeland, the Cope Open, defends against one member of the House of Black, whether it be Malachi, Buddy, or Brody King. I see it being Buddy.
It's funny because I see it being Brody since he technically has a win over him.
That would be an accepted, because I feel like they're building to him versus Malachi at Double or Nothing.
Okay. So I take back my Aleister Black situation then from the last guess. Just throwing stuff to the wall
to see what sticks.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, give me Brody to face Edge on that one.
Okay.
Adam, sorry. Oops.
Versus for the FTW championship.
I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. Me neither. Next up, we have Mariah May. Mariah May versus Serena Deeb. This is continuing building towards Toni Storm versus Serena, probably at Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I see Serena picking up the win here.
Me too. I'm with it.
And last but certainly not least, we have Kenny Omega officially returning to AEW.
Well needed, very well needed.
Do you think he's going to get immediately involved with the Elite stuff?
Yeah, because what else are they gonna do? I mean, it could be a situation. Yeah, I can see where he's like cutting a passionate promo, and then the Elite interrupted, and it kind of causes that.
And they jump him, kind of like Undisputed Era jumped Tommaso Ciampa that one time.
Maybe not necessarily jump him. I'm not gonna go that far just yet. It'll just probably be like make a decision. Remember when The Rock came back from Hollywood the first go around after being suspended, and they were like, "Hey, join the Alliance," or no, Rock join WWF, Team WWF, and he was just
that type of situation.
Yeah,
but who would represent Tony Khan?
Yeah, I guess. Damn, because that's right. All they other are gone. So
all the other niggas are gone. Like Cody's not there.
I mean, if Adam Page is ready to be back by then, I guess Page.
But they've been dealing with this split personality thing. Not split personality, like this short-tempered Adam Page. So if he comes back,
he'll be a lot more chill now. Coming back, maybe.
So you saying Adam Page is needing a nap?
Probably, yeah. Probably just need a nap. Time with the son, recuperate, come back. Take the horses out to the ranch. Chug a couple cold ones, and he's back.
Yeah, that's true. Hey man, I'm intrigued. Regardless, Kenny's back. Hopefully at 100%, because what he went down with isn't something you want to do. They can also troll us and have Chris Jericho come out.
Oh God, please don't. That is an instant turn my TV to the NBA playoffs if they do that. I swear to God. I swear to God, I will go right to the NBA playoffs. Don't play with me. The AEW, don't play with me. This is not the time to do that. Not with the playoffs going on. Don't do that.
I will turn that shit off.
Just say, don't do that.
Hey man. But yeah, I'm interested in Dynamite this week and whatever they're gonna do this week in AEW. We already pretty much talked about everything with Tony Khan earlier, so there's that. Now it's time for us to talk about Backlash. Do you want to preview it this week, or do you want to just stick to our regular format of speed round so we can get up out of here?
Yeah, let's do our regular speed rounds on this thing.
Bet. So the first match we're gonna talk about is the World Heavyweight Championship. Main event, Jey Uso challenging Damian Priest, Senior World Heavyweight Champion, for the championship.
Okay.
The build to it ain't really been my cup of tea, but I mean it is what it is.
2-3 weeks? What do you expect? Because they booked them like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, they pretty much right after Mania.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like they didn't have enough time per se to make this more interesting of a build, so I'll let it pass. First offense. Yeah. We're giving a prediction, bro. We're gonna do that right now.
Yeah, we can do that. Because there ain't really nothing for us to talk about, because it's like the build has been pretty much Jey Uso yeeting with this person, yeeting with that person, randomly yeeting with Logan Paul, even though he's on another show, but who knows? It's WWE, who knows? Then you had the Judgment Day, Damian Priest. The interesting tidbit is Damian Priest said he doesn't need the Judgment Day to beat Jey Uso, so they're likely slowly but surely splitting him from the group.
Yep, comes off that way. I'm gonna go, as much as I hate to see Jey Uso lose yet again.
That's another thing. Before you give your prediction, they keep setting this man up to lose.
Yeah, and it's not cool. It's not even his fault, because it's like, what are you supposed to do? When it was Roman, it was both times at a time where you knew he wasn't losing, and then the time when you thought he could have won, Jimmy F's it up. And you're like, okay, well, so much for that. And then Seth, I mean, you could have gotten away with letting him win that, but it was Seth, so I understood it. And was that all of them outside of this?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just like,
Oh, and the random match he had with Austin Theory that
oh,
Jay cost him. So it's like he cannot win a single title to save his life.
and that's why I was like, oh, let's not forget Gunther and
Oh yeah,
Jimmy coming through that
with
again.
that bell, just ringing it like a maniac.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm like, Jay just can't catch a break, man. But I mean, he's still over. He's still doing his thing. So
And that's
I mean,
the thing, though. It's like he's over. And he's still whatever. But it's like after a while, you're just not gonna give a fuck.
I
know
think
I'm not.
it's such a fickle party generation of a fan base. They probably don't even care. They probably just like,
They're like, yeah, let's do the yeet, 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 go up and down, yeet like it's 2014.
yeah, or 17 in the case of Logan Paul. But yeah, man. I guess they're gonna find a way to keep him strong because usually when he loses, it's some kind of shenanigans. And I feel like even though he doesn't need the help of the Judgment Day here, a certain someone by the name of Logan Paul is gonna find a way to insert himself into this because it sounds like they're trying to plant some seeds of a potential feud between those two. Because it was way too much interaction between those where I'm like, yeah, this is a future feud. I don't know. I just feel it coming.
That's for true. So who you got?
Yep.
You got
I
Priest.
Priest. By shenanigans, I got Priest.
I got Priest as well. Like there's only so much. Like the build ain't really been there. It is what it is, and it's like Jay is just there to lose pretty much.
And I'm interested to see how Priest's title reign goes after this because
I mean he got a heater of a roster lined up. So
yeah, so he better hold the gun, man, before they try to turn on him and be like, hey, get it on the next person, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Next up, we have for the women's tag team championship team. What's their official name? EST Storm, ES Storm, E Storm,
Stormiest. I don't know. Did they even? Yeah, it is. Did they? I don't.
They never. It's just Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yeah, until they figure that one out. Yeah, that's
yeah. Well, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair challenging Damage Control's Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane for the women's tag team championship. I'm just not even finna waste too much time on this one. Give me Jade and Bianca.
I see where you were going, buddy. I was about to be like, you sure? You sure?
Hell no, I ain't dumb.
Yeah. Come on, once you go black, you won't go back, bro. Come on now.
I mean, if you go Asian, you in the blazing.
Not in this case, brother.
Yeah.
100% all black, everything, baby. Presidential suite. Let's go.
Yeah. Next up, we have for the women's championship, Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi in a triple threat match.
Not gonna hold you. How sweet would this be for Naomi to win? And it's just like an all black woman affair right now.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, for timing purposes, much like Jey Uso, sorry, Naomi, but this is Bayley's first title defense. Now, granted.
Well, second.
Oh, yeah, second. You're right. Second. So, although she could lose because it's Bayley and it don't really harm her per se, it's going to be Bayley. I don't see any other reason why it wouldn't be.
Oh, yeah. I'm going the same route. I can see Bayley retaining and probably in a way. This is going to be tricky. It's like, do they pin Tiffany again?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they pin Naomi? Yeah. And that's gonna be interesting. Like it'll be a fun match because Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany, as short as she's been in the industry, she's been well known to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, here's a wild card option. Suppose Nia Jax just flattens them all.
Now, if you do a no contest to a triple threat match, I'm literally gonna just walk away. I'm not even gonna hold you.
On a pay-per-view.
Or pay-per-view in general.
Yeah, because the TV match, you understand that, but on a pay-per-view, yeah, you're right. It doesn't make sense. So, yeah, Bailey. Yeah. However they do it, it's Bailey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm going with Bailey as well. So we'll see how they do that. Like there's so many ways they can go with that one. Next up we have the new bloodline, Solo Sikoa and motherfucking Tama Tonga versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a tag team match. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna do a full breakdown. Randy Orton or KO hit a finisher. Someone in a hoodie pulled them out, pull the referee out, and it's motherfucking Jacob Fatu. Because Bloodline debut 1-on-1 is black hoodie, slow referee getting pulled out, slow reveal. And see, with this one, I can see them one or two ways. I can see them Jacob doing that, and then it's just a DQ. And they just beat down the baby faces.
It could be. Or, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I can see it being a decisive.
That's a decisive win. But okay, so put it this way. I can see them doing this, but I'm gonna go with the new bloodline, Solo Sikoa and motherfucking Tom. Because of a debut.
I agree. Because of a debut, and then like you said, hey, Solo gotta get wins, bro.
Because if you pay attention to what Paul Heyman said on the draft, he was like, yo, the bloodline isn't drafted right now because they don't know who they're drafting. You're adding members left and right. So it's like he set that up to where it's like, yo, we don't know who this is. I agree, Tristan. It should be a tornado tag to make it more chaotic, but knowing them, we still got SmackDown after tonight's episode. So we'll see if they like add a stipulation to it or it'll just be a straight up tag team match. So
oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be real interesting.
We'll definitely see there. And last but certainly not least, for the undisputed WWE Championship, because they pretty much haven't called it the Universal Championship. It's just undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles.
Well, I'm gonna keep it the same way we did with the first title match with Priest and Jay. This one also barely has had much of a build to it. Unfortunately, given the timing constraints. But yeah, I mean, is there any other doubt? It's totally Cody.
Oh yeah, no. Cody is not losing. We have to sit through 2 years of this man chasing the title. Sit through 2 years of this man with side missions left and right.
Yeah, only way he's losing that title anytime soon is like a Money in the Bank cash in and/or yeah. That's usually how the babyface will lose it. Like Money in the Bank cash in, surprise, caught you when you were down. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, and it's gotta be a real snarky heel when you do it, so he's back on the chase. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I see. We both in agreement. Cody for the win, and we don't know. This is right now. There could be more matches announced over time. We don't know yet. We will definitely see. And as far as if they do add it, we'll definitely text each other and be like, "Hey, they added a match. Give me your prediction." Blah blah blah. And as far as a post show, there's a slim chance that we're not going to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and make that decision. We're not going to do a post show. I'm going to be fishing somewhere after the show go off the air, and my boy Highlight going to be in Macon. So there's no point of us stressing or waiting too late. We'll give our thoughts about Backlash and the fallout on Raw next week on episode 69. Nice. Of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. But Backlash 2024 is going to be interesting to say the very least. Oh, Tristan says, speaking of Money in the Bank, Drew with the briefcase will be the ultimate menace. Oh yeah, for sure,
man. Yeah, I like that. Drew
for
would be
sure. He will be the ultimate menace. Most definitely, I agree. I definitely agree.
Man,
But before we get up out of here, highlight. I know your camera is glitching on you, but it is what it is.
it's cool.
Before we get up out of here, we're gonna give our song of the week. You got one for me, brother?
I sure do, my brother. I'm gonna go old school with this thing, man. I'm gonna go with Everlyn Champagne King with Shame.
Champagne King.
Yes, sir. Classic.
I'm going old school myself. I'm going because I heard this today during a session. Yearning for Your Love by the
Ooh.
Gap Band.
Okay.
Had to go old school with that one. I'm like, I count my head because it was my first time hearing it. I count my head nodding. I'm like, oh, I love this one. I love it.
Man.
I ain't got nobody who I'm learning for love nowadays, but when we get there, this is gonna be one of the songs I'm gonna play at my wedding.
No doubt. Let's get it, bro.
Outside of that, virtually, where can they find you on the socials, my brother?
And you already know. I appreciate y'all as always. Make sure you follow your boy on all social sites at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. Follow me and myself and Ash at _OTS and catch us doing our thing over there. And of course, all things OTS Media Co, man, for all sports news, film and TV news, and all kind of fashion news and things like that. We're a whole operation over there, man. So check us out at OTS Media Co. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And make sure you guys continue to support yours truly at the GRESH Unleashed podcast, GRESH Unleashed, GRESH Digital Media. Oh, shit. Here we go again with Ruthless La. Make sure you guys tap in on that one as well. If you want to, make sure you just scan that QR code, follow GRESH. It takes you right to all the links and all the direct links to everything that goes on. We appreciate y'all for supporting, and we appreciate you guys for supporting anything going on. You can cop merch, all that stuff at the Teespring store. You can basically support us over on patreon.com/Grash Digital. It's pretty much all there for your choice, and you don't have to, it's not mandatory, but we appreciate you guys for rocking with us. For we didn't keep y'all for 3 hours this week. We wanted to get to the point. We're gonna stick it to this number. 2:30 is a good number for us to talk about everything that goes on. So it'll be quicker sometimes. We'll try to get in and out because hey, ain't that much to talk about. But next week we'll be right back here for another installment of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. Make sure you guys continue to support www.gressunleashed.com. Make sure you guys continue to subscribe over on YouTube. We're on the road to 400 over there. Make sure you guys subscribe on the main YouTube. I'll be back with the fantasy booking and all that stuff when I am home. I am not home. I have not been home all this month, and I probably won't be home until like the end of May. So. And when I am back, I will be working on new series. Basically, not a new series. Like I've seen it done before in the past, but I'm gonna do my own spin in it, where I basically book a year's worth of something in one video, and pretty much go from there. And so it'll be something fun. Pretty much my spin on solo or superstar mode and universe mode. Something like that. I'll have fun with that. But we appreciate you guys as always for your continued support right here on the GRESH Unleashed podcast. Road to episode 80 and 90, 100, and we continue to appreciate y'all. And make sure in this life and in all lives, make sure you just continue to be true to yourself. Stay humble if you can. And if you are feeling self-doubt, you are loved, you are appreciated. We here at GDM, OTS Media Co, Life's a Boss podcast always show you some love and be real with y'all. And last thing, no stupid people allowed. You already know what the game is. You already know. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets, and remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.
Yeah.
I guess we can say yeet now because there's no yeet is not a thing anymore. So,